say about how many more countries in West Africa na ususu say sa ne mani bi say or a hit ni betimi abo afa wo mo ho.
Oh, me person may specific mark kind.
Okay.
Even though maybe a try kind, I can even Guinea Bissau. I may no cry me chire, I don't know say bibi na nimi din ko. Chire mo say sanya Ghana asraafo na wo ba ko to na budada.
Ahia na kan no.
Enti no dodo na enim se beba no de ye hwena no ha ya kodibu akora no esi dan ene wotena anyim kese ala tamamu no de eno esi pe na kire se digitemu ba oman mu betumi aba sa enti no West Africa mom na friend no ehu enti no aha no na was ye di ani ehwe ni ehwe ni ye pa.
But near quite significant in all of these schools francophone countries. No more anglophone no. No more anglophone countries. I say no yes sunko na.
But anyama na a two-way no. And shed down your differences are. Who's the way ni esi omo ye Portugal for na dey colonize o.
Yeah.
And West Africa no countries are ye ka brofo no ye be and nine Gambia, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, Ghana, France.
5 yeah.
What in your mention? But who do the urban a bit me ye mubia so. If say near man no ye send ye debia mekano. One for principles of democracy and yejuma. Ejumani ho nati mamufuo no su mamufuo su a omo asrafo no bebem wo braso na wasa wo de akonya no to wo so wo de wonye de wo mfa nto eno asrafo betimi ambe ba ne wo se yati ase enso ne se ku di ta ne wo mu ahodo bebre no se ye di sa ankomo na I think some repemu no ebetimi a chirichiri types of coup d'etats are.
Yeah, this some common pain and we are seeing in Tisanfi or classroom.
Who say coup no you are who bebre. Your near friend military coup, civilian coup d'etat, and your hybrid one, and the a involve security for no police, civilian and military for.
Okay.
I'm say and chromata no sa didn't be see.
Okay.
And your foreign coup d'etat, I know the foreigners and organizing normal support to individuals, no more to me. Civilian coup d'etat, and they are civilians, no, to move for money training to say Kabila, ye do a Congo, and only a friend civilian, and your palace coup, you are a Kufudi too, a champon on one in one, and your revolutionary coup, you are rolling in the but a coup, yeah, as you know, Mimi dear. Minim me term as a self coup d'etat na say autogop and a Spanish forecast as a self coup d'etat. I just say president na orchestrating self coup d'etat. What's the cinema? Akonya me to some yam analysis na coup na esi ho na president na or yes orchestration na coup.
Oka say orchestrating ya na che say oka ho bi no ma plan ya na me tia say.
No aka ho bi no ma plan.
See, the plan is here to me, I so.
Yeah, say, oh, yeah, analysis now. Never be blow what I mean to me and fan to that. I want him say Ghana for us for born by.
Ghana for soldier for Bogini Bisa president in Hoban.
I think I will be a coup and Cabaya bloody coup d'etat. And Anka president in Crans when yan on with me after say, you're to me. What in the American? Because when ya saw a coup attempts in the Briaba. You say almost fine. And you know, we know election no when you lose on person will be fracumans. Name also opposition leader Baba, maybe or better than any other day. And your main here to Namiam will be a mistrust and Nami handy over man. A test ABC Fujimori time no Peru so Kaya. I don't know, so we follow history. ABC. Take here, President Yotis was that year.
The unsuccessful coup for a bridge soon.
I was said that Anna Chavez, Venezuela, and so said that ye, and you know, we know, any the way many that West Africa. say cool no dey nim say besi dey ba we dey president nankasa no o hyase na yemfa no nto nchen apart from senior ye kan so o hyase cool no dey senior medical aka democracy nankasa no diti amanfo wo wo mu no say papia tema ye dey report by say 35% of the participants are no mu din komo say omo mpe democracy so abla no ko fo bebledi atem and about 3 years ago me kai say sa abla na mu ko tena YouTube na mka say we interview ni pattern wa Ashanti region mo video so kra me emu 80 say omo de aba no kra no me kan bibisa so omo mpe democracy 2% per civilian emu 8% no so 80% no so person saban. It was too early. I think first quarter of 2021 we can UTV so na nko for fin say media but sa na na eko ana na eniema na enka ebobo ba no saban na ansesa ke bia anya ne se anya daje a yedin komo system no nche da emmoasa na ye de no nti aya mesu ne se na me yam hyehye me ne se yemrant wan dodo na ekurukurachi nti anya careful ne se gape be hagen wo se course na ye hye ni nyina no emrant wani nkurachi a omo involve ba ye de ne anya careful na atisi mu emrant wan be grade omo be
small arms no doors okrum
nti eno ne basa wa be ye MP already DC bi no to community work wa hadwen a owo for sorry ya otem itu anu oba
Bako
no ni ade a
Paul me hwa de ne na wo ka just a while ago a wo ka say se bi anka ban ansesan ke bi anka by now no bi e da so ti curfew mu a akolosu ye nyina e da bi a bibia sinti pro ye nya kwan din komo ene ye ntimi nka say oman ni mu adwo tension aba fom krama ase ebufuo ne frustration na e wo manfo mu dodo na no ene ekọ form. And we appear to have a president minded by sa kusia ekokoswe na no ono ankasa na no muto se ogidi se ono ene the last hope for democracy se odi Ghana ehwamo wa mamuo no ho a wenim se na ebetimi asi akire cool. Are we not in a good place with that mindset of a president and the fact say aban se san na man for nerves are calm am attention wo krom nyina aba fom
ni di kan ni say aban anything am kan say nka ban na ansesan
yeah
ni ebeko ti aban ni sesan bebre ebo atom yam nti NDC go good well in fact President Mahama good will now okuta sese ano ode nti o manage ni year ebebo
okay
ana ono anso ni ebetimi esi nti mo ono ankasa ato na nimutu wo gidie se ehu ewo no mu ene saa de nti na wo se guide no na otimi ejina so ye niema se fata se ne be ya amanfo nsu no mo mfre ekurawurafo se omumra nti no wo hwe mu a sese no obia se o eye enche bebre de but obi obebo yewura mampani so bo pa no na bia just usual
politics na
but goodwill a wo sese ano eye pa na ye ebe ha kakra but eno kra no manage ni yie a ebeboa ye be ha kakra e 10 bid a ye hwehwe mu kire se bi pushi eno na ya anye careful no a manage ni yie a eno no me pese me kem mu assembly repem a menya konya me ne yewura mahama besia futu obi a mo me be ma no because goodwill no wo ho but one manage ni yie a eno na de Ghana be ko how
na say on that matter we did kind so what tete senkofo pushes agenda no no aba abontin beka say enya de obekọ 2028 or respective constitution no also a true democrat and onye ne edio aman bi akọ cool kwan so wonni ahotoso wo sa assurance ni mu
politicians ni kasa o no president Mahama ya na ma Callisto issue let us say obi abedi 60 years ago
Kofi
ya mfa wa dwuma bi IGP we di sen
we this is
by standing it up issue e betimi ha Ghana pa e galamsey ni unemployment and only idea was within a chief chance issue so I
na o ka galamsey na me twa adwen asi asem bi so one of the topics I mean my baby for treaty oboase community for ultimatum omo de aba se omo ma ban ene Ashanti Gold 1 week se omo amom asase e wo mo concession so omo man kudidi so a ombetu omo hofo. And we know the history to this matter. January, I think 18th thereabout. Abansi san ye aso yin president. E mebunu bi fa wo mo tools se wo mo kọ Ashanti Gold for concession so akodidi so. Aja wa wo kan e krowura for etu kasa ya enipa ni bi wuye. Following that, President Mahama de Boshe bi by, and I have the tape here. Eminti bi anam ntimi ambo. You know kasa wi amebo. Obesha omo se omo ne mining companies akese ne kasa na omo CD omo concession ni bi dia ma wo omo na omo so adidi so omo so ma hwe animu a ensi na after 1 week omo enya sa asase na adidi so dia they would advise themselves. This is coupled with instances ayehu across the country as soldier for amanse echesi womo ya block kwanse mo ma broni kroma hafu hwidiem whole kennel ya holding no the pressure to police force criminals ayacho mnyenya o mapampa yeja ewomo. And the fact that you have politicians are efuele sa galamsey nsemi on a scale of 0 to 10 impempenso man now say galamsey betima create such a big problem in Ghana.
Oh, galamsey ni dey say number 1 national security threat. Maka ho asem na wouldn't understand when it comes to galamsey and Maka's approaches now ma aye ni na enye dwuma so o ma tie ne maka na enye dwuma na enye dwuma. I think it's I have indicated obi o follow me bia we say galamsey for no etu o mukuta no ehu na two political will ni ho mkware na me ka kiro because you can say two a me can say galamsey issue it is say Cote d'Ivoire Burkina Faso ni Togo omo combine no omo de omo armed forces so attack Ghana no entokwa be omo emu ahefo na eboa omo omo amifo ya aden yemu galamsey as national security threat number 1 enemy yen kanchre asraf was Boguma na asole ni dem nko e dey wada na nine bo na one vanguard. Researchers are in Yako Asia the new security plain say what the ASRAF for other security agencies and combining operation and time is successful. Yen function ASRAF for Nankasam Kwansa. Yen tax on yen just on the one when you was here. It's a political will know why. Sablinka was here yam running did Ghana forest reserves in ASRAF. Water bodies of pra kubla whatever our moon na navy for yen function almost because we are Ghana forces for yen function almost and yen so be poor to say obetimi enter now we dey also le an ya coffee ni pattern now the situation on that one community man on be there no matimi adigo and I want any mention na
what somebody say yen ne say galamsey ntokwa no enye politicians ne be leading ntokwa no
at all.
Yen kase Ghana Armed Forces, your big national security crisis.
A war.
More help kwanya mobe faso mobe ende galamsey without any politician.
Simple. Near 5 insurance and near so be benya kukudro say or protect forest wo baby a. Or bla air force of war on betimi anantu wi who baby a mote. Na ye mote ho na say monko na ye ja grenade be nsia gu na mo hyehye mo a. Ochina so obekwa ase na wokobe ya. Ana ne ebufu kura nso ne se wo mom ye galamsey no dodo na akra anya Ghana fo. Dodo akra anya Ghana fo. Dodo na even community na omo se omo nsu omo se omo da achina nkasa kura. Dodo say na wo community wo omo benefit.
But Obisubeka said we are in a democratic regime. We are not in a military regime. Or prescription when mubino extreme to the extent that the international community may have issues with that.
Mamenka semunchiro.
Bitipa.
Ubetimi ako US. Okay, young fans, they ain't in the US are doctors are grand strategy say this time no be offensive. Omo ntena ho ma wo ma no mo defend name mo beto awukro no mo abe attack. Omo nye democratic state ana. Ebre a ebedru say wo ko hihia brem a wo ye wo ho hwie nyeye no. Ye de saa ne mani nyina to nchen human rights sem wo ho anwan ne nyina de to nchen na wo secure wo ho hwie. Saa bre ya Ghana ye wo hihia brem ebedru baabi. Insuo kura yenya bi nom. Makase ye ne Cote d'Ivoire afo ne Burkina afo ya hwe ebeku wo nsuo ho. A ebedu baabi no omo ebe wo mo kura no yentimi nkase nipa so mesi wo ye nipa na ase wo ye musuo baabi. A ensem no hawa eba nti yentena ho nkotwe da ben ansa. Ye nim se galamsey no eye national security threat no. Ade ye threat a de na yeri ma no. Ye nkrokro no ade bia ye musuo ye hawa ebese wo man no ye nyame pa achew enya amnesty sem eye force ani ye bi tu na se because omo ba no so omo de tuo na eba omo galamsey fo na omo se be omo wo wura mu a omo aye no why de kuta tire a woto
obi akuratu ne mma ne
na okuratu ya wonu tuo to say arm force for na kokora mo amfere se obebu ohun agum a ade nti na wo so de ofere se
odi asawa beta so na tio ade ba ko so ne se sojafo ya wo kase enya adwuma e momi president na no kan se ono de wodan wo mo hwe wo ono onye security ni onye expert na otwen se wo mo betu nifo se baabi adu no kayegum se omo fa se futuo ni maaya osusu se options owo no obe exhausted so ebia from the National Security Council asojafo wo mu bie no ye nu ho.
Well, maybe me feel say yatra ho. Me kasase obi a me ntumi ho but at least we nim de medru.
Yeah.
Yatra ho, ya bro so hwe near AC no. Ebe ha Ghana more than 50 years. Insuo na ye se no ye forest na ye se no. Wo de hwe adwuma asem kora. Kane tete no wo fa fichire baabi a mitie sanse dunko sanse ye fichire ko kakra bi wakose nsuo abenom ene manse ayenom ni nyina ase baabi eduaduane ene ye toduane o se pa no o my Ghana per se yitimi nyadwuma me emlant wana agric sector any tourism industry mienu we ni ebetimi dia create adwuma o my no ho nkyere won ebi se ye nyina nim so obi asori a wodidi say ye Kaseɛ obi be ye agric bi a obeye dwuma bi kura ye hia asase a e fa pa na ye konya asase na ye dia yes adwuma mimi a wotie na me kire no
mitie pa po
be bia ye consular hwe ene boti force no ne boti kura ada force a mimi nim meka edi no ene galamsey fo tutu ho ni nyina enje fa ye na dodo na abekọ akọ ensla hwe no okwaye bi oho no obi timi fra brochire se me read history about this forest in me ba visit wo o eba kra no wetimi ngura
ye tutumu nyina enti eno na wose ye hwe enti saa ewudi sem yi ba wo man so ne ye se ye hwe me a me kasa kiro me finsi yatra ho kra na da bia me kan se etise kuratu wako wuram na afika twa wo ne moja eba e wo se wo fa kwandua sanyina so me moja ni twa moja ni twa wia na etire wako no amiamia wukuro ni esi no saa bi na esi enti e wo se ye di bibia hya srafo ne nsa no mo stop galamsey fo no ntem ya omo free Burkina ni je no ni ade abegu ha no ma omo di tuo ni alatafo ni wefo no omo gumu omo kan yampam omo no omo ko ba bi omo di omo tuo no ba ni enjiji tuo no ni enji asase yenji ye ho yensuo no ho nton ene Ghana nsuwa e wo ha nyina manfo pam omo afiri omo emu na be den omo na ye enti na nyade a ye nkwala asem oti ase na obi a wakoso je mu kena mu atumi ka se nyame na je no enya yere ho ma ye ya ye ti mo mani enti no enya de e was a president di agro ye beboa anamaka ye ne sa wo de ye ma won bosumi mienu pa ne ye hwe ti yensu ye na ni ntia
epa ho ada ben Efa ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Baby, when you say first na ye binumu ye shut down pe politics. Ye say politics for no money or money enti omunye. But na mumu binumu so nti enyina ye ni agi say ye beboa ma o man na akoso. Na ebo 1 o'clock pe na wa ye lawyer ma o man na lawyer for enyina pon akofia koda. Nyamishra.
When members on this side who had won their elections through machoism and attacks were denied their votes. We know what we've all gone through. So is this nation today encouraging violence, machoism as a way to move our democracy forward? I beg to say no. And it should never come out of the mouth of a member of parliament that it should never come out of a member of parliament's mouth that he will not allow by what means. After all, in a worst case scenario, if the member remains here or decides to participate in the words of Harun Idrisu, minority leader as he then was, the decision, Mr. Speaker, I am dealing with Hansa. No, yes, no, don't worry, leader. You know what stuff I've made of. I will not get into waters that I'm unsure my ability to swim ashore. I'm very careful, extremely careful. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Harun Idrisu, minority leader, as he then was, in the matter of Jechikwesi, where a court process had been served on Parliament and on Honorable Jechikwesi, at the swearing in, argued that the filing of the injunction, Mr. Speaker, in that case it was even an injunction. In that case it was even an injunction order, an express court order, where, Mr. Speaker, there was no process that had been filed by Honorable Jechikwesi. Even so, the contention of the respected minority leader, as he then was, Honorable Harun Idrisu, was to the effect that if he decides to go against a court order, it is his sole responsibility. If in this country, as part of the jurisprudence, if you disobey a court order, it amounts to a contempt. And contempt of court is a quasi-criminal offense that you, the one who is disobeying the court, you are solely responsible. So, Mr. Speaker, this debating chamber must not metamorphose into a constitutional chamber. We should not attempt to advance a constitutional argument and make a constitutional determination where we know that there's another chamber responsible for that. Today it may be Ninda. So, Mr. Speaker, for anybody to make an argument of convenience and try to shape it in a certain form, clothe it in a certain form, to impose it on us, Mr. Speaker, we will not accept it. I therefore pray, Mr. Speaker, that his request or prayer to you be rejected.
Epahuada bem. Epahuada bem ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
One, and for the avoidance of doubt, and let the nation hear the minority caucus clearly and unequivocally. One, and for the avoidance of doubt, and at the risk of being repetitive, Honorable Matthew Nyindam remains a member of Parliament for Pandai, and this is not negotiable. He will continue to sit in Parliament to vote, to debate, and to represent his people with full authority. No premature exclusion will be tolerated. We will lawfully and vigorously resist any attempt to remove him before appellate process is properly concluded. We fully support his appeal and his application for stay of execution. The law must run its course, and it must run fairly. Whilst Article 99 makes the Court of Appeal the final arbiter in parliamentary election petition, where a high court decision is so flagrantly unconstitutional, the minority will not hesitate to support further constitutional litigation before the Supreme Court. When a ruling assaults the Constitution itself, no judge is above scrutiny, and no decision is beyond correction. The Constitution is supreme, and when a ruling violates it, judicial deference yields to constitutional duty. To the good, peaceful, and hardworking people of Pandai, again I speak to you directly. Your votes matter, your voice matter, your MP remains at post. Do not be discouraged. Do not be shaken. Do not allow this temporary turbulence to diminish your faith in the democratic process you honored with such commitment. You stood in long queues under the sun. You voted peacefully and purposefully. You respected the process from beginning to end. Your loyalty to the Republic will not be betrayed by one reckless judicial act. The law will vindicate the truth, and the truth will vindicate your voice. Justice may sometimes be delayed, but it cannot ultimately be denied. We stand with you, people of Pandai. We will fight with you, and we will prevail. Although we go through difficult moments, we know the better days of our nation are ahead of us. And to conclude, this judgment is not merely flawed, it is dangerous. It does not advance justice, it obstructs it. It does not uphold constitutionalism, it undermines it. It does not protect the people, it punishes them without cause. His Lordship Justice Bart Planbrew may be a learned jurist and we respect the office he holds. But respect for judicial office does not require silence in the face of judicial error. Quite the contrary, it demands that we speak, that we challenge, that we insist on fidelity to the Constitution and the rule of law. And so we say this with the utmost clarity. As long as the minority caucus stands, this judicial misadventure will not pass quietly into legitimacy. We will challenge it through every lawful avenue available. We will expose its flaws with rigorous legal arguments, and we will defeat it. Not through force. I repeat, not through force, because we have none. Not through intimidation, because we have none. But by law, by constitution, and by truth, we will appeal to the conscience of judges who would want to uphold their judicial oath and be guided by their conscience and their love for country. The soul of our democracy depends on getting this right. The integrity of our electoral system demands it, and the people of Pandai deserve nothing less. We thank you so much indeed.
Epahuada ben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054 383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say, think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say, think funding before projects. Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054 383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say, think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say, think funding before projects.
Hey, Kofi, let me amount country man. About the Dano year. I brought you just 1,000 Ghana cedis. Me and one ya.
Uyo yinkonya.
Wait, see. Me a Happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding 2026.
Sa dwumadie no a ye hoahoa wo se oye odehye niema koda ahogye kese na yesan ema manfo di wakire se de oye celebrity no.
Wetwa, be fie duonini, ane e dia kan odo ho asema. Ya kan warefo bebrabom.
Sesi anu de me mpra no miensa no ba.
Debi Kofi. Oba baako, bema baako, odo baako.
Happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding. Well love meets affordability. Our career on another level. Don't know.
Before registration forms, our Happy FM asalam down.
So person so yasene a, obetimi afret it for home 0244 906 235 and I say 0302 254 858. Mamen kai wo, sen she kakra wo.
Epa ho adaben. Ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Baby, when you say first na ye binumu ye shut down pe politics. Ye say politics for no manyo omade entomunye. Ba na mumu binumu so nti enyina ye ni agi say ye bebo ama oman na akosro. Na ebo 1 o'clock pe na wa ye lawyer ama oman na lawyer for enyina pon akofia koda. Nyamishra
Epa ho adaben.
Baby, when you say first na ye binumu ye shut down pe politics. Ye say politics for no manyo omade entomunye. Ba na mumu binumu so nti enyina ye ni agi say ye bebo ama oman na akosro. Na ebo 1 o'clock pe na wa ye lawyer ama oman na lawyer for enyina pon akofia koda. Nyamishra
Adabe. Efa ho adabe nti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Plastic eho na ye ba adwemu ye hu se nipa dodo na na edwa wo bedi ye eguru ababadi mu nipa dodo na na ye hunu no se wo mo banso wo mu nkura bag bia wo mo ebansa pan ena omo abedi dwa egu baller mudi kofie me friend baller because rubber no udi do fia the next thing is o to atwene ye mu bebre ya masa single use plastic suban no edidi ye mu ama ene be bia wo befa bia rubber nkwa na wuhunu rubbers aye yengates mu ma ye street so rubbers aye so ma epunimu rubber nkwa na egumu yensa ase ni nyina ya rubber enso ye nyina ye bedi atumu se ye ma me ne mu amu wodwemu ha mo bedi atumu se emiri bi etwamu na obie ni won mu a wokodwomu a onkura ne basket a odi kodwom emiri bi etwamu mu nyina mo bedi atumu se wokodwomu a eniema ene de rubber chichire no ne ye de paper ena na chichire ye de cement paper chichire nam ye de cement paper chichiri tomatoes ye de cement paper chichiri niema bebie enkati a ye rekura ne ye de paper ena na chichiri saa na ye no enso ene yesi ye ne abie yesi ye mpebre enti ene no obi akodwomu a ensapan na wakodwom obeba no edwa kakra okodu ye na ɔde rɔba ɛdi n'akyi aba fie oyi nneɛma no fi rɔba no mu a rɔba no adane bɔɔla na ebi anamu nim adeɛ baako a ɛwɔ rɔba ho polythene bag ɛne banku rɔba ne rɔba nketenkete yi a muhui adeɛ baako a ɛwɔ ho ne sɛ saa rɔba yi ɛmpro woto twene a wobɛtumi awu agya rɔba no rɔba no bi etimi di as much as 50 years na ti asase so na wo nipa wo kɔ o take away polythene bag no ene eno akɔgye dia ba fie in the next 15 years saa rubber bag na wo to twene ye no ɛbɛkɔ so anante asase so na wo nipa wo agya hɔ kɔ ɛwie ye de nkɔmɔ bi aba sɛ moma ye nyina ye boa ye ho na ye nye ne ebetimi ayɛ na sɛ yɛbɛtumi anka rubber bag no yɛnte so ɛnɛ wokɔ dwamu akɔdi dwa anka nɛ sɛ ne anka wo bayi na anka wo kura wo basket na wode abɛdi dwa adeɛ baako nso a yɛhu ni sɛ wɔn a ɛtɔn aduane ɛnɛ yɛmfa haban ɛnsɛbo aduane biem anka first yɛte ɛmo yɛte waakye egu ahaban mu na yɛde paper asa kyekyere ho de amaw na wo de akɔ ɛnɛ okɔgyina hɔ na ne nsa gu n'akyi o tɔ wakyɛ sɛn ɔseme tɔ wakyɛ 10 cedis na wakyɛ hyehyehye a ntutuo firi mu ba no na yɛyi rɔba hata ya yɛde petrochemicals ɛna ayɛ na yɛte wakyɛ no gu rɔba ni mu ama ɔkwabrani na yɛde mɛkɔ agu so de ama no na yɛakyekyere ne yɛsan de ahyɛ anada rɔba mu ne yɛsan kyekyere rɔba no because yɛse ɔyɛ ɔne bɛfi ɛbɛpi afa ho ansa na yɛde ahyɛ final take away rɔba mu de ama wo enti wokɔtɔɔ wakyɛ 10 cedis ebi a ɛnam 10 cedis ana 15 cedis wode rubber bags miɛnsa ɛna adi wakyi aba fie na nea yɛyɛ ne sɛ ɔbɛdu fie a na ohu sɛ aduane ne yɛde gu kyɛnsee mu o na wahwie aduane no afiri kyɛnsee mu de agu wahwie agu rɔba no mu de agu kyɛnsee mu ohia wɔmmoa rɔba no ato rɔba no atwene aduane kakraa bi a wodi hwɛ bɔɔla a ɔyɛ ewie yɛbɛsrɛ wokɔ akɔtɔ aduane a bɔmmɔden fa wo kyɛnsee nkɔgye rɔba ma edwom ha a wotie yi maame pɛ bowl bi si wo nkyɛn na wokɔ akɔtɔ waakye a wode wo bowl da kɔ akɔtɔ sɛ wokɔ akɔtɔ wo gɔbɛ a nkɔgye ngu rɔba mu ɛmfa ɛmma ɛmɛwie mu kyɛnsee mu wie ntontwene na rɔba no ɛsɛ yɛn nsase no rɔba no eku ayɛmmoa rɔba no ayɛ ɛponi mu ma mene umienu ɛwɔ asudie yɛwɔ kyɛfa ɛwɔ saa deɛ mu enti yɛse let's all say no to single use plastic moma yɛnyae single use plastic no na yɛmmɔ environment no ho ban yɛbɛsrɛ o ɛyɛ a moma ne kɔ school a ɔbɔ mu pɛ koko no ɛyɛ atɔ flask a ɔbɛtae de koko no agu mu ama akwadaa no koko hyehyehye a yɛde agu saa rɔba no mu no ɛyɛ yadeɛ ɛna wotɔ ɛde ama akwadaa no wɔn sɛ wode aduane a ɛhye egu ahaban mu a ahaban ne pampan agye aduane no mu saa pɛpɛɛpɛ na rɔba ne teɛ chemicals a yɛde ayɛ rɔba no sɛ wode aduane a ɛhye gu mu a chemicals no enso ba aduane no mu esane heat na ɛwɔ mu no akwadaa no yadeɛ na wotɔ de ama no ebi kura mpo de ɔmoyɛ mane yɛ tan ɔmo de aduane ni gu rɔba ni mu na ɔma ka ɛmo na fra ɛwɔ rɔba ni mu na ɔma ka rɔba na no na ɔma fe ɛmo ɛte sɛ sɛnea wɔnom pure water
ɛpa ho adabɛn ɛpa ho adabɛn ɛpa ho adabɛn ti sinupi na nokorɛ ɛyɛ baako pɛ
Yama etiefo ahani ama mo akwa abamfamra epa ho adaban dwumadie ne so na awie no miensa na abo na awie ene ye fiada 28th of November 2025 Epa ho adaban dwumadie ene ye de brewo Otienka from number 12 at Jenulo Street, Asylum down Accra, Nisim 100.1 FM, Watamale Nisim 95.9 FM, Ewo Bogatanga, Intibebia, Oshaye Bia, Bebia, Otienka Free Breano, Yamao, Ahao, Niamo Akwaba, na enano, unze acha sana, yeshasie na yakasa, na eze arehomwa. And yewo isan say the first former first lady of the first republic, the fourth republic, former first lady of the fourth republic. And I did before manofum say na wie no tie ye mame Nana Kunadu Ajman Rawlings and ye kra na chi kra ye kopɛ no krabe nti yene na mu a ene aba bepim ha yema abusua ni nyina hyeden na yema emma enso hyeden se ne o mahwiri enya de on betimi anya bi e de ahyemu bi oda maame yenya bi mfa nhya na mu papa yenya bi emfa nhya na mu onyankopon de bebo ne mpa se ontonko so no onom wom na womom ho ban no nhwe om so a ekopem da obi bia na ofo bekwa akohie mu na emum se wanya mre antie bi wanya mre anhwe bia dodo no ano na mpanyufo dodo no a enom kopie ye maame Nana Kunadu Ajman Rawlings a wonya de baby crop na yi nase ene edey Black Star Square na maame nkai we se nipa dodo no a ne mpanyufo dodo no a ne abusua no ano womo eka nsem ahodo a efe eye akono eye papa edifa ye maame Nana Kunadu Ajman Rawlings a wonya ne kreti crop eho na yentie bie na yemfa nkomo aka no yemfa ntoaso emfa mawo ewo dwumadie ne so ena awie ye fra me ko Joseph Adankwa me tenamo ediama Bismarck Brown na yenko yemfa yanase yentwa mfoni kakra mfoni kuma bi emfa mawo ewo ye maame Nana Kunadu Ajman Rawlings, former First Lady of the Republic of Ghana. Ne ye a ne ene yo ye no. Ye pe no kura bre eno no. Yemfa ensem kakra emfa free ho.
JJ on 31st December 1981 that ushered in the 31st December Revolution. Nana Kanedu was catapulted into the position of First Lady of Ghana. She made it her life's mission to ensure that women would be empowered so that they too can contribute equally to nation building and be part of the decision-making of Ghana at every level of our society. So, in 1983, Nana Kanedu Ajman Rawlings and several like-minded women established the 31st December Women's Movement and the objective of empowering women socially, politically, economically, and culturally to play their rightful role in our national life. As First Lady in 1982, at the time of scarcity and at the young age of 34, Nana Kanedu was also building a family. Her first child was born in June 1978 at the height of Ghana's socioeconomic decline and was named Zanato, let the darkness end, in the Ewe language, symbolizing the state of Ghana at the time. The children who followed Zanato were born in the 1980s, where Nana Kanedu juggled effectively her role as mother and wife and her role as activist First Lady. Taking frequent work travels to the rural areas meant that Nana Kanedu was not a woman who intended to live a life of luxury as a First Lady. There was work to be done. It is therefore not surprising that one of her key phrases was, "Pregnancy is not an illness," as she got on with her work in the rural areas during her pregnancies. Imbuing her children with her own upbringing, she balanced a strict, disciplined disposition with laughter and love. Very conscious of the political reasons that brought about the 4th of June 1979 uprising and the 31st December revolution, Nana Kanedu and her husband were very intentional in keeping her children grounded. Airs, arrogance, and a sense of entitlement were not tolerated in the Rawlings household. Having come from a home that practiced strong family values, she imparted those qualities to her children, raising them in an environment that espoused patriotism, honesty, duty, forthrightness, and courage. Growing the 31st December women's movement was not without its obstacles. However, encouraged by the enthusiasm of women around the country who were open to transforming their lives, Nana Kanedu persevered with her mission. The organization, over the years, grew to nearly 2 million members across Ghana, embracing women irrespective of social standing, profession, religion, marital status, or ethnicity. Nana Kanedu Adjumant Rawlings is widely credited with mobilizing and encouraging more women to exercise their franchise at all levels of political participation, from district assembly elections to presidential and parliamentary contests. Under the leadership of Nana Kanedu Adjumant Rawlings, the movement received wide recognition, both nationally and internationally, for its contribution to issues concerning women. Her political struggle provoked the promulgation of several monumental social legislations under the PNDC government, with its flagship PNDCL 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, and Article 28, subsection 1 of the 1992 Constitution, also reflected in the Children's Act 650. Over the next 30 years, the organization's projects included family planning education programs, which benefited more than 240 communities, the construction of boreholes in guinea worm-infested areas to support several dozen rural communities, afforestation programs with a target of planting several thousand trees in 3 communities in the northern parts of Ghana, the establishment of daycare centers to offer preschool training facilities for children, and the launching of prenatal, postnatal, and child immunization programs in conjunction with the Ministry of Health of Ghana. From the large cities to the smallest villages, Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings embraced the duty to serve the least privileged and to stand beside those who felt left behind and marginalized. Away from the news headlines, the movement became a critical lifeline for many women and families across the country, creating a blueprint for the next generation of advocacy groups and development-focused non-profit organizations. With the decision for Ghana to return to multi-party democracy, Nana Konadu advocated for the creation of a new political party that would reflect the pervading political consciousness of Ghana. She believed that the party should further reflect the revolutionary ideals that had been the driving force of what got Ghana out of socioeconomic turmoil under the leadership of Jerry John Rawlings. This was to be a party born from the ideals of probity, accountability, and transparency, and open to Ghanaians from all walks of life who upheld these convictions. Working with like minds and putting her artistic and political acumen to the fore, the concept and design of the emblem of a new party was born. Nana Konadu hit the ground running and mobilized the grassroots to vote for the NDC and for its candidate, Jerry John Rawlings, who went on to win the 1992 and 1996 general elections and was sworn in as Ghana's first president of the Fourth Republic, with Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings, his wife, as First Lady. Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings did not slow down as First Lady of the Republic of Ghana. She worked even harder. With the establishment of the First Lady's office, a distinction between her First Lady's responsibilities and her work as President of the 31st December Women's Movement was created, even though they sometimes overlapped. At the Fourth World Conference on Women in Beijing in 1995, Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings expressed her deep concern for the girl child in particular. She stressed, "For us in Africa, the girl child is a special concern. Hers is the future that is often negated right from birth, and hers is therefore the life that must be salvaged. We must therefore give her education that empowers, education that gives skills, and education that builds self-confidence." This declaration followed her relentless advocacy efforts, which contributed Ghana becoming in 1991 the first nation to approve the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. It was for this reason that she sacrificed so much of her own life, standing tall for as long as she had the strength, irrespective of the risk that accompanied her work. For Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings, it was imperative never to lose sight of the privilege she possessed and the platform upon which she stood to touch as many lives as she could. Committed to peace on the continent, she hosted the first West African sub-regional conference on the Africa's First Ladies Peace Mission, themed African Women Strive for Peace, at the Accra International Conference Center in July 1998. She did this in her capacity as the first vice chairperson of West African First Ladies. This summit was inspired by the 1995 Beijing Conference, where Nana Kanedu played a pivotal role in highlighting the plight of the African women and the girl child. Alongside her work to uplift women and children, Nana Kanedu was central to the continuity and growth of the National Democratic Congress. She supported candidates that showed interest in running for constituency seats by providing support and political guidance, culminating in their electoral victories. Working with other leading members of the NDC, she was instrumental in establishing the NDC's presence in university campuses and identifying young people in politics who she schooled on real politics. Amidst all of her political hurdles while the NDC was in opposition, Nana Kanedu remained steadfast in her political convictions. She continued her work on women's empowerment and child education while continuously mobilizing the grassroots over their 8 years in opposition and preparing the ground for the upcoming 2008 general and parliamentary elections. She volunteered as a polling agent many times, one of which was at the controversial Osu Presby polling station in the 2008 general elections. Nana Kanedu ran in the NDC national executive elections in 2009 and won with a landslide victory to become the first female vice chairperson of the party in 2011. She resigned as vice chair to run in the primaries for the position as flag bearer, challenging the leadership at the time. She made history as the first woman to challenge a sitting president for the NDC's presidential flag bearership at the party's congress in Sunyani, although she was unsuccessful. Not one to be deterred from her convictions, she stayed true to the ideals of probity and accountability, and with others established the National Democratic Party in October 2012 and became the party's presidential candidate in the 2016 general election. Nana Kanedu Agyeman-Rawlings' work in women's empowerment, advocacy, and leadership made Ghana's presence on the global stage a light that transcended borders. From the National Population Conference in Accra in 1989, the 4th Regional Conference on the Integration of Women in Development in Abuja, Nigeria in 1989, the 5th Annual John Hopkins International Philanthropy Fellows Conference in Accra in 1993, the International Conference on Population and Development in Cairo, Egypt in 1993, to the preparatory meeting for the Beijing Conference in Dakar, Senegal in 1994. She participated in and contributed to both national and international conferences on issues of national and global concern. Similarly, she had the opportunity to lend her voice to impactful and forward-looking resolutions that emerged from conferences such as the International Atomic Energy Agency Patrons Meeting in Vienna, Austria in 1994, the United Nations 4th Conference on Women in Beijing in 1995, First West African Sub-Regional Conference on the African First Ladies Peace Mission in 1998, the International Conference on Population and Development in The Hague, Netherlands in 1998, and the extraordinary session of the Crans Montana Forum on Africa in Brussels in 2010. Even while out of office, She continued her work for women's empowerment by continuing to campaign for women and ensuring the electoral victories of female parliamentary candidates across the political divide. Kaseɛbɔ. For Nana Kaseɛbɔ Rawlings, she stepped onto the global stage as a woman who dedicated her life to being the voice of the voiceless, a global voice for equality, and a leader who empowered generations. Her life was about finding an inner resolve to fight through every challenge till the end, just in her name, Kunadu. Among her significant publications are the Japanese cooperation with the 31st December Women's Movement, the development of Ghana's women's attire from 1700 to 1900, and effective design work and interior design. She is also the author of It Takes a Woman, published in 2018, and For Hope and Glory, For Hope and Country, 2025. Nana Kaseɛbɔ Rawlings summed her life's work artfully. I could not stop reaching. There were many days when I hoped the clouds would disappear so that I could see a picture of what the next chapter of my life would become. Nothing in these moments had been as I had planned. Somehow, I hoped my childhood had prepared me for the life ahead. I hoped every one of my father's embraces and reassuring words would come back to comfort and counsel me. My family's heritage had carried a weight of its own, and I knew I was fortunate to have rested on the shoulders of these courageous men and magnificent women to now make my little contribution.
98.9.
I had to embrace it as God's purpose for my life and determine to never falter in that commitment. That was not the life I chose. It chose me. Deye Oba Penyi Nana Kaseɛbɔ Rawlings. Oba Beyebi Nawameyenina. We shall remember you for your good works.
Happy FM 98.9.
Ma menkai will say utie the tribute to Oba Penyi Nana Kaseɛbɔ Rawlings. Na oka Emma Womwo or my Ghana Mua. They have had an indelible imprint on the course of political development. There is no way Mediadi say Obibeba before Yemami Onyani Krechi Kro. Oba Penyi Nana Kaseɛbɔ Rawlings. And it is quite clear if Ocean Jumadia would die a free ebre na nikunu eye mampanya wono no di asra aban animu ewo man Ghana mu a bepem bra ye nyina ye gye dodo adwene toatoa amamu etu mu se nei Ghana se ye pe mampanyini a ewo se nyina koto santene na yeto aba edema nipa ba ko no betimi edi oman nanimu ebepem ebre okoko preye senka NDC amanyoko no ento ne so aba na wonhim franka emfama NDC amanyoko no kopim ebre a wono a ete na manyukuo ewo mamu man din ekọ ballot so ewo mfiempim mienu ani dunsia abato ni mu ebepim emre a nyankopon eto nsa frɛ no now ohwe ne timeline no a eyade a ne dwumadi a wadie nyinada dwumadi a oyi na kumamu edisi ho se opre Ghana for dodo no a abibiman dodo no a enkankan emma enkankro ene won puntuo. And it is clear say indeed say yepe real role models ewo man mu a you cannot take away the fact say within the past a year close to about 4 decades in public life ye mami a wonya de kreti kro Nana Kunadu Ajman Rawlings ono ne dikai. She serves as an example of pure dedication to the cause of Ghana. Mama Santimu Biomfamao. She serves as a clear example, a classical one indeed, of Obia Waji Nakumamu. Ediesi ho se woni de oman yimpuntuo ena wo pre anaso oman yimpuntuo ena wo pe enkankan kwan ya yebefa so a yebetimi ama emma hodo no enya gidie ne akukuduro ede wo ho aba be hye amadwose mu. And indeed she did it. She indeed paved the way. Wono ena otimi buaye emma akwanya hodo no ano. She actually built the foundation through empowering women. Ome ma aye niema ebetimi ahye nkran amoma hodene amom baby amomatimi agina said ye beya ye kobedwom kokotena se ne ye kasa e ma nso ene ye betumi atie ontimi nyimfiri hoda. She indeed served Oman Ghana. And I can say with all her heart, with all her being, with all her soul. And indeed, Mame, the year, not the year. Meaning, sir, it was, I mean, the difficulty in, sir, or you're politically exposed, but you have a conviction. Say, obetumi aye bibi, ebetumi apeja nipa dodo no ano. No, and for those of us, yedi amanyosemu achire, beye mfie kakra ni no, you realize that there is always some level of conflict of interest when people have political office. But yet they would want to say ompese omufro mupem eye niema hodo e de bo ampuntuo ni nkoso. She made tuhuache so otu nuacha ye adwuma. She made tuhuache adwuma look very simple. Despite the difficulties, say or your ba or your mame or your yere or signs to wear busia or money easy. All of the reforms are in ye emra ahodwa ye share ye ewo mamua acknowledge the fact say e was yet me edi emma eba yan amamuo mu ye di emma eba amanyo ensemu ni nyina dodo no afiri ye mame Nana Kunadu Ajman Rawlings awanya ne kreti ekro. And so if indeed, say Omaimu, ye pe an example of Oba Emma ahodro no betimi esua bibidi afri no a ma me Nana Kunadu Ajman Rawlings. But the point is that ayana de bia no de em ya kakra ne say Oman Ghana mu ha empanyimfo ahodro a wo mo Omaimu a wɔn adi dwumaso de aboa man no anka saa bere bekruti wɔn nsɛm nyinaa de agu enwoma mu ne yɛde ato sɛ de bɛyɛ a enkyirima ba wɔn betimi anya bia kenkan asua ɛno no ɛno de yɛ nya de wɔ ho autobiography anaasɛ biography auto ɛyɛ ɔno ana ɛkyerɛ biography sɛ obi na ahwɛ sɛ n'adwumaso a odiiɛ no ɛsɛ fata na braba a wabɔ no etimi ebetimi aboa foforo binom ama mahunu eniyema bi anaso betimi anya suahunu bi de afiri abraba wɔn so pɛsɛ wɔn bɔ enumu obi wɔ hɔ a watu anamɔ ne deda watwa sa ne de ato deda. And when it comes to women empowerment ye maame na nakona do Ajman Rawlings watwa sa ne to hɔ de ma wɔn mo ba ɛkyere ya wɔn behunu sɛ ampaniampa ɛsɛ fata si etimi ɛma nso kwan ɛmo mo nso etimi ɛka bia ɛba mu ɛka bia ɛyɛ ye sigina ya etimi di wɔn ɛka ho. We can't take that away from her. But back to my point of say yen kruchi niema engo. I'm saying, look, if it had not been for the tribute, yema many biography, ye kenkan ye noa, I am sure say niema do do noa wa na wonnim say sa niema no wo ye e wo man mu wanya mfa amwa no hu wo ye de boa e ma do do no a menim say do do no because 31st December women movement ono na de buy, of course ono na de buy at a point in time enipa do do no mo wo oman Ghana mu a e ma do do a no mo oman Ghana mu a no mo de mo akwakodon 31st December women movement no mo ye opepe mienu, and it is solid. Say nipa baako ni tirimpo ene na dwenpo obetimi aka enipa do do sa ade abomu. And remember sa bre no ne yebuse ye ho se na emma dodo a won ewo oman mu no mo ya he to have been able to gather 2 million at a time across the length and breadth of Oman Ghana, and they were empowered. Omo yansa no adwuma, omo ye eniema ebetimi amomanya fa hodie sika kwan so. Said ye be ya bibia ntimi nka won hye. No ye na adwene se wo kɔ akɔ akogina amia to ne so aba wo kɔmrahye bojafie ama ono so embra ye hye ho no wakɔboa amia hye bia bibia ntimi ansi ne kwan. Korea afianza na yebekwa akoye eyi ana biography kese pa ne life story ni nyina ne akruti agum wana beka. That's one of the things that we don't do. Wana beka. We should cultivate the habit of documenting. We should cultivate the habit of documenting. Empanyimfo ahodo a wo mudi oman mu wo mudwuma so wo mudie e de bo oman no. We should cultivate the habit of documenting those things. There was a time a Mishia Panyini bi. I was J.A. Kufuor Foundation. Many ne trans ya many di nkomo. Na asamu na o ka kire me ne se kamia ese oman no empanyimfo a wo besom oman no no wo mo ho nsem no wo mo nya free wo mo dwumadi a wo mo edie no ho pɛ wo mo ho nsem nyinaa no na emu ahwenyan yempe enkeka momu emfan to baabi faako sɛ de bɛyɛ abofra bi a yɛbɛwo na akyire oba ne ebodini bi a watimi akɔ biebie nwuma no mu ahunu sɛ wei panyini wei na yeye saa de ye na me papa e ka kire mi anana me na e ka kire mi sɛ panyini wei na yeye makenkan no mahunu bi anamontu a wotu ye wasuasua bi empanyimfo ka asɛm bi sɛ we kura da nya empanyimfo. One famous historian, E.H. Carr, and Oka said, he who does not know where he is coming from will never know where he is going to. And I know that our history as Oman is fragmented. I know that our history as Oman is fragmented. There are different narratives as a result of Sedena or Mino etie at a point in time. But then, maybe sasa yentimi suya bibia. Yemfa say for the past 5 decades, yentimi suya bibi fufuro bi ade. Yebetwe amanipa nako afei na eno ye we me de nkeka me nko a enko nipa no ko na ho medie mu eno ono a no wasom man no nko ade a at least senya ono ampo eno bepese obetwere na brabo ho nsem e de ato ho a e wo so oman no should mpacho muntie ni asema mekan muntie ni me say senya ono a no pese otwere na brabo mu nsem e de to ho said ye be nchirima betimi anya bia kenkan a as oman no we should take it upon ourselves so your president your vice president or your first lady second lady or your attorney general ni omo keka ho ministers ahodo if say one mo enyo ma adwene so mbetworo bibi di ato ho omo nyo ma adwene say they will chronicle abrabo a wonu abo a eso ani sefata. They will tell us the ordeals that they went through, the struggles that they went through to get to where they went to, and as to get to where they got to. I think that Oman should take it upon us. We should be a country. We should be a state that loves documenting. I'm saying, sir, we should be a state. We should be a country. Yetimi kruti niema. De betimi aboa yema mpuntu aba. Betimi kruti dia to. We should be a country. As we speak now, we should be encouraging say enkoda ne betimi asua ya bakosem. Patoteni o. Me say we should be a country ye be encourage say enkwada dodo no abetimi asua ya bakosem. Dodo no a compulsory. You must pass the history of Ghana. Enye me hu me manu me manu books no mu. We should go back. Yan koyechi. Na ye man kwada ne nte baabi ye firi ase ye babeduru sabre. Yan kruchi nsam no mfangu ho. Se de be yan kwada no betimi aka bia hunu, akenkan bia hunu. Won be hunu ye mpanyimfo ahodo. Odie se wo pa wo hu. Se penkwada omomko public school private schools for the do no ya na eniem bu ho a achechirefo no bi chiro penkwada omko be emfa se public school pe enkwada no be do randomly select them na busa no about Kofi Abrefa buzia obetiti ni tiri ho obetiti ni tiri ho adentra isan say your man I'm not sure say we celebrate our heroes that much yeah mame Nana Kunedu Ajman Rawlings a true epitome of service to and for nation. And I know, said she will forever live in the hearts of a lot of Ghanaians. The kind of influence and impact her, Obenyaye, Ghana. Yamanyo Sem Emu. And the fact that she was our cultural ambassador. Yamami baby obefe bia a African print. And they na mafoyo mabay eto atade si brands ahodo me mo bidding brands ahodo bags ahodo be $2,000 and tade ni bi $15,000 and tade ni bi $20,000 $30,000 na obi bɛseɛ obroni bɛ panyini sɛ ɛna wɔsi esua biribi di firi ne nkyɛn panyini sɛ ɛna wɔsi esua nneɛma ɛdi firi ne nkyɛn because indeed she lived life and she lived it well and deɛ wagya wakyire ɛyɛ testament of n'abraba a ɔbɔɔyɛ deɛ wagya wakyire no ɛyɛ adansidi a ɛkyerɛ abrabɔ a wɔbɔɔyɛ yɛn nom a yɛaka no deɛ ne ɛyɔ that's a big question wahu
ɛfa ho adabe nti si no korɛ ɛyɛ baako pɛ
mame mamram wahu wobɛbam na 0551563916 ɛne no na nkansɛm bi ɛdam akoma so ampɛ sɛ yɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ na mmom yɛwayie mu saa no wahu baabi amde asɛm no kɔkɔ faeɛ mesrɛ sɛ woba mu a ayɛ anaa watwa ne tia ɛde ama me 0551563916 0555657278 happy 98.9 FM ɛpa ho adabɛn dwumadie no na waso egu so a wotie ene awie yi kwadwo sifa da nkwane metina mu edi ama Bismarck Brown your regular host yanko ha good afternoon no wudin ne baby afrefie ma ha wudin ne baby afrefie Ghana fotie o
good afternoon sir
sifa da nkwane
mpacho good evening sir
good afternoon no
mpacho sana manfam
Sani pacho mienti wadama.
Yamenka ono nyoka sie. Yema me bibia obia Yankopon so yenka no na Yankopon so enfane ento Adam kuku fense Abraham kuku so embaye. Yamenka ho no onum yenso. Me ma me mesia no mamponten that na me shakra. Face them di ho no. Waye bi wɔn nso ama Ghana fɔ mmaa ɛhu sɛ wɔn tumi kasa ɛma wɔn kasa kɔ akyire ɔkyerɛkyerɛ amanfoɔ nso adeɛ bebree ɛma ebi nso suae ɛma mfaso aba so nti ɛwɔ sɛ ɛmma no ebi asua yɛ sɛ nipa biara no wowɔ osinto wɔ hɔnom nanso Ghana sometimes osinto no mom na yɛ a amanfoɔ de yɛ adwuma sene papayɛ no
ɛno ne adeɛ a wɔsɛ yɛtumi sisa no sane
me maame no deɛ Nyankopɔn sɛ Ghana maame no asom Ghana wasom Ghana ɛna waboa okunu nso ɛma okunu nso tumi bu Ghana ɛtumi di Ghana kɔsi baabi yie maame no ayɛ adeɛ paa nti saa maame sɛ yɛne kwan sɛ ɛde ne di agorɔ
nokorɛ
ne kwan sɛ ɛde ne di agorɔ Ghana anom ɔhu sometimes one no opapa ya wo no enko bebia
dabi bɔne ne nekɔ akyire
obɔne no ene kɔ akyire enti Nyankopɔn sakai Nyankopɔn ka ho meda
sani mam no ase meda ase yankwa ma ha wodi ne babia frabi
sifa dankwa
yes sir
ya boko
we Sakura mouthpiece of life
Zakoboli ade me so personal life ofa
hey dabe na from personal life.
Who will check your phone here?
My personal line no dey active pa 66 no so okay dia.
You are my friend.
Okay.
We are honorable council will be who the Pawuna me person when this say Juma man. Neda na se man.
In friend na me na se won.
Yes.
Mate.
Ni na me touch show. The fa dey wo mu say the fa nana kuni di won. And am politics nti na abanisa uwa politics muna say ya sefa sika kwana manfo ya young politicians number so mami bibia odi Ghana akodu as a first lady sa nyama uka honi na kabani mu onu no ma ni kunu su na ma fugu ejidi wo wiase ni nyina wo
okay.
Oh, the politics I can work Ghana. Omo blema Ghana kura Ghana be see what we say. Yeah, enjoy the kura. Yeah, did you want them? Obi to say, "Mami, we are now me and funny crowd see this papa my young politician Obi be kasatian just like that because politics they are. Say baby, mami, Eddie Ghana kodu. fa ma enja ni na me eduma
Mama no was Sakura yanko ama how didn't be afraid you.
Safa.
Yes sir.
Okay.
Obadi Adaroma now so.
This is Frederick from Mangogan, the Water region.
Frederick, let's hear you.
My brother, I think Nana Kunedu was in my only married in my family. That is precisely Tamaklo family. And probably Tamaklo is the one that gave birth to Agboti. And Agboti also gave birth to the mother of the legend, former President Jerry Rawlings. So this woman have done a lot. She has done a lot. 31st December Women Association that she formed. There are brain ties behind that association. And my grandmother, Madam Ami Sopo, happens to be one of the strong member and organizer in Anglo before she also passed away. You see, I would do a little blame. There is Rawlings and this woman, Lebed. I think some of you don't know some hidden secrets behind what happened before the Rawlings formed the party, NDC party. It was told for the Rawlings and the wife. But today, some few people hijacked the party. They did not treat this woman very well. They did not treat her well at all. If they know the sacrifice, the things that they go through before they call a political party NDC, today, Asedu Nketi and Co will not call the Rawlings and Nana Konedu dogs in the party, so they are only making noise. So they sideline them. This is very bad. Today, they are enjoying the party. Today, they are enjoying the party. Whatever Nana Konedu is, whatever this noble woman is, gentle soul rest in perfect peace. But NDC, thank you.
Thank you. Yankwa, Maha, Udini Baby Afrifi.
So, sir.
Yes, sir.
Moses in here.
Moses.
Yes, sir.
Accra, Nampacho, Boko dear.
I know more who now says so.
Nobody has me and you, Adama.
If your mom made or a woman to be celebrated. Is that the vice no my auntie? 31st December woman movement. My auntie named Mama Lucy. Direct auntie Papa. Oko Northern region, especially Upper East region. Mom make a footprint a share power. The camera says, Mona mo voice to me through Happy FM. A power that bang. Kamo advocate nanka omo for Women Bank na omo bayano. They should name it after this our mother, so that her name will forever be remembered. Because Women Bank, and she always stand for women. So, Bakaka is some contributor. I will say Monday, Tuesday, according to a year. And I suppose that Monday on.
Monday as Tuesday, Mubia.
Monday,
Mate.
Yamenka.
Accra, Yamenka was on. Yanka, Maha, Udini Baby Afrifi. Simon near
Nana Apoma.
Obadi Adarama Nampacho.
Nana no Madarama. Anytime. Ghana, my own. Yakito, mine, no one is woman, but we are told mine. You are told mine, no, because Yambisa say, ye give ya a ye Ghana. Ye need ye at the fair, GTV or even. And that GTV, a Nigeria movie. GTV, and ye gonna bomb for my head. Sabi, you Lotto, I try, share for GTV, it's a GTV now your mining in this state. First. Akwalaya jare kofi akagrama ya kofi nyama was ready here there e share your quarter no that GTV na won to see aye dia brofo quarter ni nam TV so see a wo bika on my way ye ni ye wo my way Now bisa kwara bia wo nti but wo bisa no China India or Muamamle or Bekano A to Z at the amount. Because ye decide your man because of minimum say yes cow say ye per se ye yo munyama no who ye mo bona yan ko de butia o ama ya promote o mama ya jaye manato mami ni de wa be ni de oko akama ekrima nya wo so betinya ya wo so dati obi bebo wudin aka wudin eno ni asama midasi
mama na was Simon yanko hai ma ha wudin ni ba bia frefie
Brown the missing up. Be here to say.
Sifanie boko.
Sefa, hey! Baby, I'm coming. Atani ata. Atani ata. Baba ya yemi.
Baba na macha fo boko de.
Eti say ya, Sefa.
Oba de adaro mo na so e.
Bi de mi ti mo kana makuma kura to mi na kasa kura no ano no.
Because
I'm telling you, wo mi no nyango pon shira mo mi ni na. Obi enu obi ti mi ye juma no se me o se Ghana for e pen so te fe. Ni jamasi. Ni se ma me de bibi. E bu se e kan. Ghana emre mo obi wu ansan ya be kan fo no. Ni ba na se be se ni bia. Ena mami kama ni kuku ni ba no te chire onu na se. Anhwe ni papa ni ma ba wa ye. Ene bi ni za man ko kan na nyame me ka to chu ato to an se bibi. Sefa Yankupon and fan crazy. And our Musu and Nera point to a mono. Or Musu be beer at the mouth of China, or Munua. If you forget so much in Kurana, we will become one temper. Those and Nipan at the and yes, I know Mutia. It's a near Pantoso.
The man in your home.
A man in your horse, Pepper. And there are 2 months, one and one Nipa Nukuraman Foka. Nukurana, the daddy, and in Nipa, oh, yet, yes. Obi betown and all the canyon benson no corner egg be daddy. Yapo van cranty. Na nyame more pass and man so Yankupon show modi. Na mi show modi. Then I told Yamin Shannon the young thing kutan and papa in Manukuta or mono. And more new. Yombe dia Yabutrama or the me. Yankupon so better or no GDS in future to come by any of it my future human president Ghana.
Baba ya mama na wase yanko ma ha odini ba bia frefio
Sefa
yes sir
wa obra penyini Alhaji Gado from all the way to Okankwe Central onabo ya Patbuama Petwaso
Alhaji Gado ho boko de
oh ya da Allah na wuzu e
oba de adaro ma ye kurukura mu nkakra
yo Ghana fo na bom abaso na agimapa apia fm de se ya antie sa station no a etise nipa malaria chu nti mo sempanti ye bom abaso ati wan wo te ene de ye wura wo yie pa na Sefa o my Ghana yan kan wo se empeyinfo kukudam ena mo ko jaye ni Sefa bisa se wonu ma empeyinfo no a omo afro omo nkwa no a omo ko ye Edia na modi jaye. What is the way forward? Mami kunedu ne manu na busi afo nyina ya ma obia yako. Adia no akaye nyina. Abisia say si ajima kunedu a obia ni mami. Obia ni ajima oye ma o my Ghana. Ye nim kwaya ofa so bo no kunu. Ewo man enti ye besrew nti mami a ye kamfu no wakwa o onu so aye ne dia o na ye mbisa se onu nkwa na ye oba Ghana ha no mu ye ni man mo musu omo benya di break kese akọ ye mbisa se omusu ede na omu ye chechina omu ni ho ye di beka omu na ebo omu dim papa te se mami enti na debia ye kanu Sefa Omainu se nyakupo ma utimi na wabenya dibra bia se wonsumo omainu ya bibi se daji woni ho a ye disade no bekai na bibi ni de dabi onu de no no ankasa be ye na japade oni na abusiafo onfa omainu hu wo yesa no wu a wusu wunu abusiafo na bekai nti na maame kunedu baabi a wuduri Ghana fo nyina bɔ waba so ama no ne nyina ba nti yɛbɛsɛ ma no ɔmo no ɔmo nsua maame no sɛ yɛma ɔde bra man prisika fa kwasi ama no ni man fa ntɔ dapade fie man fa ntɔ ka fire bibi sɛ Ghana ni so be ba bedi ho paso woyɛ sa no a Nyankopɔn bɛsɛw na sɛ wosi wo bɛ wiaska de akɔ brochire akɔtɔ fie hɔ no mu sɛ wo de pɛsɛme nkum nya wan kasa da obɛwu so a wan kasa nko na ɔkɔ bia no hɔ bɛbɔ waba so sɛfa nyame mbɔ Ghana ho ba nyame sra Ghana uni nyame yɛ adwuma
amen alaji gado yɛnkɔ hai ma ha udini baabi afrefie. Hello, good afternoon. Udini baabi afrefie. Emze ono wentimi anyana 05515639160555657278. Maha udini baabi afrefie. Michael Pokwas Michael Mpacho mientie we.
Aye mami aye kana aseme. That's enyina yes bibi afa no anya ye kwa no ye mami no mu tamu na omo esiso no omo sia nyama bebre afi mami we nche me hu the last time waka kasa bia obi a put in the wrong say mami we waka fa tia atumeta na waka tia atumeta enti anya se obi wu a na so nya ne papa ka ye se ne papa na NDC party no mesese ne ma no mo nto ma jeje mu omo so mu na omone ko mo yi na be adachi bi so ye betumi aka ho na da seba
mama na wase yenko ha ma ha o udin ni baabi afrefie.
Hello Sefa
yes sir
pacho so bonjum we ma NDC mame ye se ejebi wo ejebi tiate ejebi tiate a mo hwe me
Daddy Lumba me boa.
Daddy Lumba nyam so Sefa bo ma NDC mame
me pacho mate
papa na be brena se bi mu esa ho kwan na bonjum mame na nkola no mo obutu so papa gu yampa na me shira
mate mame na wase 0551563916 0555657278 epa ho ada benju bede no aso eguso utire nche bia eye akasama afọ mu ejina mu ekasa edema amanyoko ahodo no ba betena se na ene enwumre yedi enkomo ahodo ensema ahodo akoso na wotwe emu nyina no eyade ebebrobro so ewo eye dwumadi no eso ene awie sede ebe ya won so onadwenkyere ahodo no yebegye na yetimi atoato adwene apɛ ensem no depumasi 0551 563 916 anase 0555 657 278 eno ene no mesia aya ye biediti fo homa no tumu a obetumi afre sesi ane de yemomodia na yentwe ho emra yetwe ho ba enkomo no de aka no na yede ahye so yebapɛ na ye ne amanyekuo efo no ensi anamufo no tenase ne ya sha se edinkomo se de Manuel Obantemi ono nem se oko military school kakra ena osan ye teacher kakra the teacher there ansana obeko class no oso obomodia na oye yi okuduru hontem ya hobo ansa na nkoda no kraba je ne oba ya no atwene pen ne paper no hwe ne phone so o choro sa o choro bi o work loto I'm telling you man what
Ɛfa ho adabe nti sinupi na nokre ɛyɛ baako pɛ.
Charlie, stress. Oh, senior, what be the issue?
Bro, another one caught up in again.
I nearly get them this time. Charlie, the over 1.5 messed me up. Oh, Charlie, sorry. But wait, you don't get refund for your loss? Nah, bro. That thing's half day. You hear some before? Yeah, soccer bets they do. Them they call them soccer chance. Ah, Charlie, you sure? Oh, but why I for lie you? Just make your stake on 10 plus games with odds of 1.30 or more. And when it's full, you will get your stake back times 3. Come see my bets. Hey, Charlie, this be interesting, oh. I know, right?
Soccer Chance rules are simple. Bet on any of your favorite soccer league games with odds of 1.30 and more. The total number of games should be 10 or more. Now here's the catch. Lose just one out of the many and you'll be rewarded 3 times your stake. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below the age of 18. Gaming can be addictive.
Hey, Kofi. Let me amount kanchimano. About bedano oyere. Abra utia just 1,000 Ghana cedis. Me ya wania.
Obi oyinkonya.
Wait see. Me a Happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding 2026.
Sa dwumadie no a ye hoahoa wo se oye odehye niema koda ahogye kese na ye san ema manfo di wakire se de oye celebrity no.
Wetwa. Be fie dionini. Ene de aka odo ho asema. Ye ka warifo bebrabom.
Sisi anu me de me mpra no miensa no ba.
Debi Kofi. Oba baako, bema baako, odo baako.
Happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding. Well love meet affordability. A warrior on another level. Don't know.
Before registration forms, ewo Happy FM asalam down.
So person so yasene a, obetimi afrete te for homan 0244 906 235 and I say 0302 254 858. Mamen kai wo se hye kakra wo.
Wo fa hometie mu ansa na wa fele water dispenser. Ubu nsu efiri dispenser bottle no mu anu aduane a wo bre to adwendwen ne gu Jibu drinking water abama ye wo 20-liter bottles surunku egumu ahodo mienu baako ye dispenser machines dia ena baako nso water pa ye de no aduane wo fie fa wo 18.9-liter bottles ne beje 20-liter bottle ebra wo mfa sika bianka ho Jibu sanso ma free refill bottles ne dispenser machines manyumeku ahodo wo beka Jibu ebusuapuo ne ho a ebeboa wa free say wo betimi refill wo bottles wo yaso ya ahodo e wo Ghana ye wo Madina Airport North Legon Adenta Osu Asylum Down Dansuman so wotuom ne Spintex ye offer free delivery wo betimi abetu yenso akoton wo mantem ana wa so betimi abie Jibu production site na nya wonfa so bebre wo penchechemu ekọ akira na se wo pe Jibu drinking water ni bi atwa Frayen was 0302 528 669 Jibu a better life.
Yemma wakwaba eba Eclipse Collateral Management. Ejima kuo stronkwa yemma wanya wadwapade nkrata ho mfaso. Wonim se wadwapade nkrata ekuta wo no ebetumi asesa wo daache. Yesesa emfasode a adwapade wuranom etumi enya ewo no adwapade nkrata ho. Ene nyuma wuranom nso ebenya frɛ adwapade ahodo a yede si abowa ede apesika ede abo wo nyuma ahodo. Enti se ope prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, ene land document perfection services a mayemfa nyonko. Ewo Eclipse yewo prime depository platform bia ahobambo bomu a ya de fofora adwapade awuranom etumi de won krata ekoto ho na wonya sika a esem bia ni ho na ye de sankrata yi ebo nyumaku ahodo a wo pebesi de afrisika kwabia ho ye bobosia ho no ho ba ebo manyuma awuranom nya sika de trewo nyuma mu ye de bosia bo hwehwemu a emudo na ye mapa ena si egina ye enti wonim se wo wonsa ahobambo bomu entwentwa so hwehwenye nkira kwan ewo adentam barrier ye bembe Moses Ayaresabiano ewo West Africa SHS afasio no nchempe Franyensesia 0543842466 wo Eclipse Collateral Management. For property owners we say think safety and decent income, and for businesses we say think funding before projects.
Onyamide sheno abisiho wana wo no weni Salvation Bell, Salvation Bell. Nkwaje Dong. Osumani Morrison from Akko Salvation Ministry International brings to you a program dubbed Salvation Bell on Happy 98.9 FM. Osumani Morrison ofri Akko Salvation Ministry International. Edi Jumedie Abba your friend of Salvation Bell Nkwaje Dong ewo Happy 98.9 FM. This and every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Listen and your life shall never be the same. Odi Jumedie Ebrewo Happy 98.9 FM so kwesi de bia enwumre no so ekopim enwumre no wotwe tie bi na ubeye inshira sonko Akko Salvation Ministry International ewo anya market wo mo hye zonal council echiwa wo betimi afreye ewo 0247 701 364 and I said 0249 171 187. Ark Salvation First, Ark on the way to heaven, Ark Evolution Church, Ark Nkwaje Shame, Ark Yenichre Heaven, Ark Fufoye Asori.
Yemma wakwaba eba Eclipse Collateral Management. Ejima kwostron kwa yemma wenya wadwapade nkrata ho mfaso. Wonim se wadwapade nkrata ekuta wo no ebetumi asesa wo daache. Yesesa emfasode a ejwapade wuranom etumi enya ewo no wadwapade nkrata ho. Ene nyuma wuranom nso ebenya frɛ wadwapade ahodo a yede si abowa ede apesika ede abo wo nyuma ahodo. Enti se ope prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, ene land document perfection services a mayemfa nyonko. Ewo Eclipse yewo prime depository platform bia ahobambo bomu a ya de fofora ejapade awuranom etumi de won krata ekoto ho na wonya sika a esem bia ni ho na ye de sankrata yi ebo nyumaku ahodo a wo pebesi de afrisika kwabia ho ye bobosia ho no ho ba ebo manyuma awuranom nya sika de trewo nyuma mu ye de bosia bo hwehwemu a emudo na ye mapa ena si egina ye enti wonim se wo wonsa ahobambo bomu entwentwa so hwehwenye nkira kwan ewo adentam barrier Yebembe Moses Ayarisabiano, Ewo West Africa SHS, Afasio Nuntempe, Franyensesia 0543-842466. Wo Eclipse Collateral Management. For property owners, we say think safety and decent income. And for businesses, we say think funding before projects.
The luckiest. Woo! Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah. What do you do when you need some money? You go free hustle, you go bread, but you need some luck today. Just dial *712 hash, make you play the game and win. Oh, buy for your mama, buy for your papa, buy for your brother and your sister and your crew. From one city to 5K. Everywhere, for everyone, yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah.
You could be the luckiest. Epahuada ben. Epahuada ben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Galamsey was not a problem when gold was $2,000 per ounce. But today, gold is pushing $3,600 per ounce. And because of the lack of jobs, jobless growth for several decades, there are a lot of young people who are coming out of school who have no job work to do. And so for them, that is the only livelihood. And so we must not think just about chasing them all over the place without providing alternatives for them. Because the alternative is that they should stay home and starve or go out and do something deviant. And that's why we came up with the cooperative mining concept, for which we recently lost our colleagues. They were going to launch it, the first of its kind in Anglo, because one of the things we said was that we're going to let the big mining companies seed off some of their concessions. Some of them have 400, 500 miles square. And there's gold in some parts of those concessions that they will never mine because the grams per ton of ore is so low. But yet, if you put a small-scale miner there, he can mine it effectively. And so we've discussed with them, and they've all agreed. And so Anglo-Ashanti was the first. They've cut a part of the concession, and that is what Omani and Murtala and Co. were going to launch, cooperative mining, so that we'll move the small-scale miners from the forest reserves where they are causing destruction and settle them on the concessions where the big mining companies have seeded. As I speak, Newmont has demarcated an area for these small-scale miners. And we have asked the big companies to mentor them and supervise them and make sure they do the right thing. So that was going to be an alternative for moving them out of the forest and other places so that they can mine under the supervision of those companies. And that's where our colleagues were going when the helicopter crashed. And so it's a program that we're going to continue so that we can give them an alternative, not just go chase them around without finding something else.
Epahuada benti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Entia yenya Erifri Kumasi Edeba ene ewie ene se nyina yebekai ensemo a ekoso edifa the legend Daddy Lumba na warrior ensem ho a yede kokko dance ni bia me asem no ba ya yede kokko dance ni bia no na mempese meka ho hwe isan se yese yede nsem no akwakopi otemuafo anim enti yenyai na otemuafo no emfamra enye adwuma. There were a lot of people a womo ba montene so chiro ma adwene won nsem ne ho na anim Ghana ha no asemba ya na yen hyeda nyanto boase ntensem na se ansa na ye de ano atum ye tirimu anase ya adwene mu no ensem no ekoso no ye tiase ne akofo obi de ne de ye ntoto ho ye de ye mfato ho ka asem no bi din Joyce we de aba no ye de agu enkrata so ntu de bomodia nafa bi eto abefo ntintan kese ne so se de be ya Ghana fo nyina betimi ahunu bie ene yi ukopie mu ewo Kumasi High Court wa eho ena ye de ensem koko dinaye na ye bisa as to who indeed is the legitimate wife of the late Charles Kojofosu aka Daddy Lumba. Epacho court no edina temu aba. Na court no edina temu aba ne de. Na ene ye ntimu kakran fa nkyere atiefo a wo 18 na awie. Court no
FM 98.9
adanadi. Se akosu asewa eye Lumba yere panyini no. Lumba yere odikan no. Wono ena na wo hwe se court ebetimi a kire se ampaniam pa wono ena oye legitimate wife na je se ebamramu a oyere a Dad Lumba awa no ayo no nko a na court no dina no disem ebetu dwa no Ghana for do no ene ukọ abefunte sesi amene ukasei eno ne ade baako a edi ahim ukọ abefunte tankese ne so a se de edi ahim sesi ano emepesrew ubetimi apiem o Facebook upiem Facebook a tiemi ha na memfama wo say a Kumasi High Court has ruled that Akosua Sewa and Odobroni are both legally recognized as wives of legendary musician Daddy Lumba, Charles Kojofosu. We tia. Court no ensemu a woka na temu odi aba. Ene se enei ye maame Akosua Sewa, me so meba de Akosua Sewa. Any yenuaba odobruni. Won mienu nyina no. Eye Owura Charles Kojofosu. AKA Daddy Lumba, the legendary high life musician ewo man mu. Court ni say emai mienu nyina no Daddy Lumba awa on. Timpacho di aba no. Upo umpo court no naka. Pacho tienie. We enya fe na odi emotions e ba be wuram. Asam no media ba na me se yenka ofie. Because yebusuan na ware, yebusuan na gia ware, yebusuan ene gu aware. Enti se ye gia ware o se gu aware o, ne nyina na busuan enenim. Enti nka yetena afie ene ye kan kokwa mu a, enkensem bi se na me ye hie wo montene so. Enyensem nyina na ye de beto bedwamu. Ama nipa dodo no ano ede o ma no esosumu. Ensem ni bi wo ho akokwam. Na ene ntomagofi no ano mayi kokwam mahoro amanafi. Efia na ne a wo se mo de ba montene so no. Ma hyeda tena se ya hyehye de ba montene so. Enso em se ye kasa no na empanyimfo binumu anase wono a wo ho ebo nsem no mu no na wo mo enye ye nsem no ye ka no antumu se twema mentwe wo ho a baabi a bekwa akɔwie ani aseni bia enti ene wono mo no mo ho bon asem no mu ba ko tabiri asem no ekokogina Kumasi High Court se High Court yi tieniye se me ena me ne Charles Kojofosu ebra na o chase ekura no me na me so ni mu a oh abrante ma me ja me madwuma kura me yokura eso na sene ema wotimi gina ye wo ne nwomto na otuo no mu na ababa a wono ede odobroni de wono no yehunu da ben yente ninka na me kuna wu na me baba ye kuna a enei yesi obi fufuro nso wo ho a wono nso ewo se oye kuna ti asem no ni nyina so ni nyina no ene ede koda akoto ene na ye kɔ na ye ba ye tu ahyeda na ye tu ahyeda eno kura kokoka eda ye hyeye se ye bepe Charles Kojofosu kura bre kra enkane ye de December boso me de to so nsia na jesenka ye di Farmers Day holiday na wie no ano na ye de aginam na ne ye ya ye ne kama ne ahye na monyam ankoba ne sa esan mente me ho ase ne ntie no ye de kwose December boso me de to so edumienu edumiensa mom dumiensa ema busuafo no bi kura ka se bia no ye de aye na kwa akohye no enya de ebinum kura be yo ma adwene so mbesi aye na se esan manso kuma bi e baaye a ne ye hwe oba ben ena oye Charles Kojofosu eye ne yire ankasa ene court no de na nduri semaba waka o se akosu asewa ene odobroni wo mienu nyina Lumba ewa awon kwan papa so na nim de ma emra no de ma emra ne ye denini o unim se in the thoughts of people omadwene yo mo se se okokoye marriage by ordinance eno ano no but the point is that there is a portion of our status a chere consent say the moment you realize say ben ma no aye na adwene se akwa ware oba foforo na so wotena ho yenhwe ha wanka bibia wankwa report and there are many ways I bet me akwa report say wote se ukunu woni na court akwa ware na adwene to akwa ware foforo na so wan fa saya akwan ahodo ne su nyina nkwanko report na se obema no ware wie it means you gave your consent
to it. Oh, okay.
It means you gave your consent.
Because na kambrani mu dia na kwari oba Frank o say ye charge bigamy.
Yes.
One year dia means
yes.
What consent to the marriage.
Of course, so wo de ne kwa na ye de mra na di no. Say ehye no mu no.
E wo say ono
kwa na owa no. Enti say ono kwa na e wo say owa no. Na wahunu anase wate bibi. Na wantimi antu na mo amfa mra kwa so. Ankwanko bo. Thank you. Na so utena ho ma owa wie no ano no. ayaware
I see
untimi ngu no kokko to ebeji atum se ne mienu nyina no ayaware enti dia ba no ene court no wahwe mra no mu odoso mu there is precedent ibi asi pen
okay
ena wahwe ena odi ebu eye aten enti atamo na ba bontene Ghana fo betu aguso ene on beti ne srani abasa efri ne ya kopemene na awotwe anase dakra be ya yi no o ene Ghana fo betwe no wabo so pa wa wo so ntiase ne sanko ko tibio o da o say appeal so
obetimi akwa appeal
yeah
and before be kwa appeal no so send ya won say as a panda issue no into be kwa appeal no we ya judgment rada
yes
into also file motion for a stay of execution answer the substantive case no what proceed with or no so say the ruling of the high court no ejina but media me gidi say the judge no out na semi so when me say enye the you can say the customary side don't kwano tie
dabi
say ma peni bi betina ho be kire asante amabre mu nsem e kire asante aware mu enti wohwa away both sides of the coin
of course
both the ordinance marriage and also the traditional marriage as a customary marriage me you're sure say or just oppose ni nyina before the end of the day or they ni ruling here the buy so I believe say at the end of the day the yan say a legendary Charles Kojo Fosu said ne middle I think Kojo no said anya ni din
Kojo ni papa din
ba ono aka ni din ni de or last boy say kwabena
yes kwabena na say obi e won na that thinking to me friend Kojo
yes because I think there was a time that now all church e dey no board ni din papa ni tin the Kojo Fosu no de papa din e de belto no so ba wa be bobra Charles Kojo Fosu bobra wa entertain Ghana for the good thing about we nyina say he has taught Ghanaians, he has entertained us when he was alive. Otiasia no wa ma yeni age wa bonnwuma ma de yetwi na ase eye de wo ho enigye de wo ho areho de wo ho efutuo de wo ho enwubie wa bobi owie so okọ ne nkire kire no wode mmara so wa kire ye mmramu what the good aspect of this whole thing no okọ ne nkire kire no people are also you can say no kwechi ne chia basa de tinye basa what ye bibi he has educated us when it comes to the law in the patch says and now you be a yaware legally under the ordinance now say ukunu and you be aware umbo weni nguso na ntwen ya ni papa na tena obema ne as a young girl, look at this lady, very beautiful. No brony.
Ozo chino bra no SS3.
Just SS3. Just imagine. When you can cut them young, and they shall be yours forever. And I also say bedroom David Cram bedroom pempen so bia. Not David why no. You see uncle pem or bebunu bi.
Bebuna ono.
Na ombe kan ne ho hyem. Into sha yeja. Your legendary that the lumba was just that particular scripture no wa okan pa into the decision no take it by then eboa no and I shall obey you so ne tena se yante ne ho asemboni bia oni na tena se faithfully akra ni mu omo mba nkola I think 6 meboa
6
wasa produce children amano ne legacy e be stay so for me the ruling of the high court no Mejidi say it will go a long way to help kind of say boy both you kind of say bear money or banning nyina wo ho na say wo say wonu ukunu e wo ho na wo so ni obi fufuro ho na wo gidi say nya wo da charge no fani ya worry under ordinance fani call charging for bigamy but ya worry under the customary law patch say otimi fe bi ka ho
yeah
and now so per the judgment of the high court no or patch say ye worry or mutu ni nyina under customary.
Yes.
So basically, ye legendary music god. Ayeda di lumba on tom rebia ewo memu ha. But wachire ye nyoma bebre. Yeda na say. We sure say we so ebesi ye meme bebre be tu omhofo. E ma bebre ye de be den. E de be tu omhofo. Going forward, ye be hu say ne be manage issues. The air con is ade aka ne say going forward no na ye ne ho hyehyɛ de and I'm sure say obi adwen be den ebekɔ so na ya hwɛ na ya paper na chi na ye fe Nyankopɔn hia ne abrabo a obɛbɔ wo ɔmamu ha wagye ni pa
Manuel ye ka eye dadelumba ewu asɛm ne dia na e wo se ye ka ba ko ene e kɔ say oba Ghana's fourth republica the first lady in Ghana's fourth republic free afia pem ahankron any aduokron mienu 1992 kokopem the year 2000 dear na wono and the first lady of the Republic of Ghana baye yemfa se bosome eni na okọ ne krechi entutue abusua me yete ase se eyade a yebepe no krabre na abusua de koto aman empanyimfo animu mampanyini His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abusua eda wo mo ehyeye no eyade a oman no agitu mu ntie nei ena ekosi se o se etimi epe no krabre kra ene nipa dodo no ane mpanyimfo ahodo no ando kokopi mu ewo ye maame no eye na ye nase na dodo no anso ena di nsem ahodo edutu dwa wono ma no wo ekasa ekansem panensem wode edifa ye maame no ho no enye nipa ketwa dodo no a both within the NDC and within the NPP and ocean footprint wayo anase niema wayo edi amoman yi I said she's an example of pure dedication and selflessness to a state. Uyin hu si ho se opeso osomoman enkanka se obetimi aboa ma amema etumi enya tumi ede aboa amanyo sem ewo oman mu. So when we talk about the foundation of human rights in the ka ho a ye maame Nana Kunadu Ajiman Rawlings. Ye kano women empowerment o oman a ye maame Nana Kunadu Ajiman Rawlings, and you cannot take that away from her. And it's not just that. And near ma wo ye near futu the man ni kunu ema e boy ema the some legislations echo marashe fie em yaji to mu ma ema akwanya ene to me so almost bitimi de mo afore amanyo semu menim se bia o bibi kan dia me ka se yi asanto afri ho no
eba Ghana manyo
in Ghana they fan se Ghana manyo semu yen ko ya asanto o de yen fan se Ghana manyo semu why
eba Ghana manyo semu a ye take free but before I met to us on my sure Safi I started the conversation
yes
intimidating chason ko de ma Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia baby oh enu baby amedian chason komano ene ne ho ka fo Haji Samira Baumia Atiki Akubuda incoming national youth organizer see enu bre otie happy 98.9 FM into also Michiano as also chair Mandela Riafe incoming Greater Accra regional youth organizer Sefa we share Ghana manyo semwa e ba say ye say ma ebenya tumi anase ye be pushi emma pa ye mame Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings so yini frima enye ye and oka oba ye fourth Republican Constitution ni mo eba the dispensation okra as the fourth republic na ye mame ejine mu pa menjin di se yenya oba bi wetimi a fighting very strong for women participation about leadership menjin di se yenya oba bi we push that strong to say mame Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings obo bi to say mame Hawa Yakubu she played her role when it comes to political kind of say about politics about struggling when it comes to politics yeah mame Hawa Yakubu so playing the role or by about women empowerment in general yintimi nka enyi yeah mame Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings or your baby so or tiji ne mujina ni kunechi when him say behind any successful man there is a woman share your Rawlings when years or beg govern this country nanka wenya oba bi to say mame Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings and many sure say campaign so do ye e wo memu hanko betime duru she was the backbone of Ye papa JJ Rollins.
Ono so nya ne krechikro.
Ono so nya ne krechiko. She was the backbone of him, and she was very, very helpful. We share baby almost share see free yeah. And I make what catch you be young so it very good though. Catch them young no. Very good in 24 kind. It's very good. Oh, there be catch them young. I know na boy that the lumbo and I will share your mammy could do and ye kind of say JJ Rollins way back in at Achimota College. And omodia fife mwa omo warrior or better than in a backbone by in through thick and thin. There are even some decisions be cry she was in. Then yes, some they make us say almost every decision under Rollins she had a say. A woman per some documentaries be a share some engagements be like me who I tend to believe say every decision be under Rollins as a president of the Republic of Ghana in the 4th Republican kind of say dispensation. You know, she was very instrumental. Why there wabua women development, wabua ni kuna manwaba bedum pempen so be. That's what we expect from every woman. Enter me who ya mame Haja Samira about me. Every time I see her, I see the spirit of your mame Nana Kunidu Ajmai Rollins. The way her resilience, the way she send your casa or casa crowd or your casa or ma butoyemu. Is that how omo kind of crowd? So I mean so wabe idea. She has really, and then I think it was befitting the burial now and our funeral and no I see it to be befitting. Mema ebusuye nyina yako, especially in a bano, because it's not easy for you to lose a mother, a parent, it is very, very, very painful. And I know how I feel like me makumuda, so I know how it feels when you lose a mother. So I condolences and mom, and I believe the spirit of the Rollinses will continue to be with the children, and I believe at the end of the day they will equally have impact in our Republican dispensation. Just like send your omo papa ni omo mame ebinya kind of say impact ewo your 4th Republican dispensation we.
You ni sano menim say Uncle Ebo ojinamu ema the National Democratic Congress ba bekan sa mameka otakasema baako adunu inum ansana no numabo epa ho ada Benjamin die na osogusu a wotie no ensema hodo no an etwa egu ye na wotwi mu na mame emmobobo bi so se de be ya ebetimi ahyase na yedi enkomo no di kan IGP nsensem obaye obekai April. There was a green letter from the office of the president. Ichiremu se oye adwuma abanya adwuma na se ebreso se wo so ko ahomji mu a enya de aban no be na adwene se oba renew o contract e de ama na se oba ma contract foforo ene ebre ne so ye no a wodi emfie adusia nko ade a mesrewa konokokot na fie na afoforo nye den won emra na de ekotiye na otwi mu a ene se mampanyini through the police council ama Dr. Christian Tete Yohunu IGP emfie mienu se ontonkoso na woni ni juma se Inspector General of Police nipa do no ano eno mde wo madwenkyere e de aba e de afa ensemi ho saying said there is double standards. The government is not being straightforward with the people of Ghana. Say as a bino at the Ghana for adwene edijuma binum say ne braso and Kenya manenko. Isan say oko police force no more. You one more almost fata betimi aye Inspector General of Police. So they see no reason in tia or say chinchina tia. Ye mano additional 2 years man talk so edi eye ni djuma no ma menye wadwenkyere emfa manka
Manka. Kolumba na kona na kunadu. Uncle Bono abana uncle.
Medasi na mitia yase bi mu ye fa mu ebi ye fa bi team legal wife na team
team legal wife ni team side chick.
Ana side chick edin
kuni.
Well, I mean fine. Say na Manuel Kano unse Lumba no akwa say okay me nka say me never 2 years for onu years mum de na bra bo ne bi ya akose because unse Yesu wuye ni kra wuye ni mo kra na be popular mo.
Yeah.
Now he luma so wu achi na popular you tabe because now ko TikTok, ko Facebook abi bia no pe na dey him.
Yeah.
Now when se fa me wuli na metie no. It's not about say ne yere no what is so called one mechanism. The ruling was that there was nothing like ordinance in their
no. I just made an example.
Yeah, you know, and to me authenticate my marriage certificate into one year to me say, oh, I will go Germany. Into the MOJ so the declare meaning and say, what meaning I were traditionally
customary.
And there's nothing shows that obedience are coming at you. That is why I would declare meaning and say, although Bunia were in a member council. And I'm Yakushata once, were in a member council. But there was whom so obedience but them say according to Ebu's opinion council on court no when to me establish he say my money didn't stand by emoji and in terms of judge need to so what declares on me na our for no intimidate the mechanic say who say me I say we buy na me from day one me can say my man can say him so unique case because I say no my man go to Germany go for no mo ko ba na kekewu Ufi so bi o esi pass me twema so agi me kunu japade ana se me di me kunu an go to Germany man go for the court man nto no ngase unim dey one say onye legally wife but a man for na un say Ghana no and the video gwa me go ayati jama team legal wife for bi na jama mo contribution na on go for lawyer man go for lawyer man no on ngase dey say my minister on dey oni man ko nda se gwa oni no na man for organize wo mo say I for here we no see omo kuru abafo aji obo fi o se bro ma ko mo abo na but if I say me there me person say say oba aware hu say according to mra say mra be ka ho kra ni say aware wi certificate na dey na ni free wo kra na you see there should be intimacy say won no yiri ukunu da you see that kra no
no na consummation
yes consummation you say no kra no
the aware
you say no kra no you say just brush o you say brush kra nka ho you say we enter 4 inches specific say I say one tab by 4 inches.
Okay.
And sana I to say our any year juma. Who brush you our no betim ja kokot say one mean that when you just brush me and go you be go our no. Until yes say we certificate ngwa na ma worry obi.
It goes beyond
other things
that.
yes. Until even then my case in crown if even the German na certificate in crown wo ho anka yes according to German in crown no we no cruise separate for 3 years why does not exist over there again
yeah
until him the minimum ntia na bad akora ma for mo
smoothness level yeah
you understand next time no asemba because I mean you cannot leave somebody
yeah for so many years
because a time of them obe so wo yire do e time we yire double
yeah
na say mo ipa anka me say ka kwoti a woman ya lady anka be ya me ya because
ekoti odobro ni
the way a married was saying na who from girlfriend na wo yare obeta ho obi me see obi okra won say be me hu a otimi free ni fie na akoton oba so ni girlfriend so o yare na obara parking do me na oba tuna gu fie abontin ba girl we anje sa
yeah
nsani pa say
and also you young
sani pa say na wo see
had so many
options. Brain na say wa beji obi kunti. Enti ento no ntwini. Enti mi na rule na mani agi angasa man kana.
Hey uncle.
No it's true.
Mani agi.
Team real wife for
no. Asa mo ya make up be ara man for so. Are you also no it's not about that.
Fairness.
Me I don't support me mpo bi osisi obi
yes
nti me dia we I say osisi obi a masa me last time be go support me I told some guys so or me college ni wo I'll support her 100%.
Yes.
Hey.
Of course, yeah. Because as if obi abai was say, get who share senia jari down to get say get yatiti. Get grab take me grab me sure say. Na get we pa no man who den na or dey worry ni. But then go no picture bi say no. It was very nice.
Yes. Very very beautiful.
Because of situation community na ni pa say mo see na ye net Germany wa why no wa ye okra certificate into imagine yempa man no
just look at this.
Yakubo onye sada. Na me catch you bisa me say judge bia ni wa obema ruling in favor of Ekusa Sewa. I said it to me say no judge because even ordinary say even say I didn't put say na wa the crab certificate bi akra ye adwuma. Untimi ma amba ni obi 17 years.
Yes.
Ah ni para wa odi gay ni nam. Odi ne kwa no antimi ameka wo hwe say eye ukunu. But me person say ruling we kra no. Nkara me pay this portion of the ruling into na nkambra abonti. Na nkoye law. Say uja ukunu to for some years our na gu automatically.
Also with me it's for about 2 years 3 years.
Yes, that's how I
mean I was already go.
That is because who can say
there needs to be a
who can say maybe case be by I see. Nimpa no na yi na njai. Nti nimpa no obi beta ho hwe say we ya papa ne wu ye no. Ba kro wa abandon for so many years say beti o papa ya pade nyina say. Ne ma ne ade no awu nyina ne ma oje. Yeah. But this particular ruling should be clear on this. So you cannot abandon your husband and abandon somebody after some time. We be plan about say me no Japan me ready. Nti ehoro me man be sisa ba mani aji na mani aji pa kan mbo. Just a black and
you.
Oh,
was it when you
but na could me say more discuss.
Yes.
My the modern body wa bubi an kan mbo. Because me and me tie achimota for tribute.
Yes.
Tribute na mani be tie.
No.
I'm telling the woman has done a lot of things.
I'm telling you. The biography one.
In fact, I didn't read about David but
what you say the watch book.
But on no truby.
Yeah.
In fact, my collate it in my book I was just
so obviously you have a brief version of it.
Oh yes, biography there about
I'm talking about say onwa ye ngoma. I don't know.
Book.
I'm asking out of curiosity.
Yeah.
So onwa ye ngoma about onwa na braba.
I'm sure so. So when you cry now,
Ghana for I think happen because I would want to read that.
No, but she has written a book. She has written a book.
So when you
cry,
after we free, no say say man nye. Na about for king kind.
Me den ka menya sen ko bet tiasie na nkele bu ko bet onipa no tiasie ni mu no. Ka betimi anya richer information.
Oh, I'm sure so because me and my sister Penny say no obey education director. This education director.
Yeah.
But that my pension na or Kofi Amoye son of party man. They read a cool biography about the woman. I was so happy about it.
No, what's
so Ghana you try to be who I say kind of biography.
Uncle, there is a difference between like having a biography and then having a correct like book.
A book of your life, chronicling from the free mag
clear details. And I believe that's one thing about Ghana. We are not good. We are not good.
We don't like it.
Because I mean the woman make us say a juma ni kukra be ye pa ma ama for the bulu kukra be so ya make say na my phone name this history this some of the credits baba na here no. I can tell you say we a lot of things that are happening in my ideas.
Yeah, she was really
because who say she was born to be a leader. As baby obe bia she tried to be a leader.
Yeah.
Even uncle Achimota na kra no hwe kuo ni ade otiti no ma ye ya kopem time a odo kwa Achimota who high jump who long jump or yes say what and na obedi first ladies we ya obedi mu so no hwe no ma ye
okay, so Nana Akundo Adjumani Rawlings has written a book.
Yeah.
It takes
a woman.
A life shaped by heritage, leadership, and the woman who defined hope. And I think that this is her autobiography. Yeah. I'm saying say obaby or woman mupia and your bar and also your bema many uncle boy your mama. And if we are picking role models for your mama
Nana Kunodu Ajiman Rawlings should be the first person because Nidia Nunchi be
as Ghana had a child, Ghana had a requirement, won't be I between that to Mammy Moon, Mancana, Mbapa,
and an American. Who's a me bomb?
We won't be between that to Mammy, we won't. Because, me say, unim, me, unta a Daniel Polemici, Victor Smith, we go,
yeah,
on the Rawlings senior issue, little course of reconciliation in London. On my podcast, we ask my podcast, okay, I'm done with you, go and see Nana. You understand? Because what Nana will say, that is what is going to work.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because Papa Bajini, you obenya or drug as money, say, according to history, no, cool no more na it's your first one at you. Unsena, I say, I can last the idea you could do almost and now you could do.
Yeah.
And you could boo a soldier from the Sako, you could be boo.
Yeah.
According to my wife. Never know Sujan, number pay Rollins Clark. Okay. That time now computer I didn't see. No, Nama typewriter. And Jordan let it be around that ban watcher. Into according to me, as one see. I dear Betsina, ye do my cool. None of you board they will back up say most of your funky to her. Muna Mikru, a fight your mamma. I may ask me crew. To most trouble, Kukumigrana. Yes, I don't sorry. Yes. Into Yama Mina, Poa, and Capapranca and Cabianca, you're finishing. Or son, I dream a many years I've been there. Yes, on the door come whoa. Did more like more me couldn't fight your mamma, more family, more family, just son, Machana. Second couldn't see I papa and Fidela. Almost so CD. Until I know my papa no of dinner, because any uncle you can. You understand? Until you say, and any no ma, papa, yeah, my many year, man couldn't be Ginia. Say, oh, Paddy or Rollins, what else an and can say. Ebe go through our boy and go through that. Me so I yak cranny now, meaning that your mudia could in every cry, be a crano. Maybe be go to Nana. So it's said or da, my ministry, and not Ghana has we have been coming now. Some of the first gratin and Nedness knew, naked you.
Yeah, yes,
my mother. But if I mean, take him and go. Oh, that's how we're grass. I hope you know. It's my me by Anna. 31st, and maybe I am so quick. Or your course, and fact, 31st, and gas and no man at the first will Ghana. And then, unsa debia cha. Ghana also maintenance.
Ghana, our culture towards sustainability. Say, ye di bibia ba uncle Buna de baye. A yadia a swani, I bit me a sumu. A yadia abo ni padodo noa. Nanki bit me amana jina a jin hini. Nanki ya twaswa yo. Ama twa koso abwa. Zebia, at the end, they are bit me as a sunny man. ABN Caneno empowerment, no me a batik tie and dia. And he bit me a case and Codano, and as a Madono concussion AI. Ibinumuncia a year computer engineering in the cake account. And then we don't have that knack, me camber of Monfanchemi. That knack, say, at ye be a ye. It was yet me born by many. And your monument, boy, Danny Dana, Exu. I didn't try. Maybe the person would tell first, no make cry through her. What's a good for to buy, good for by year. Yes, epic schools, yes. And then who's asked me. So, all crowd on my son, son of my son, oh, my, could I be bad over so? Where by the son we buy a back of some, no understand. Son of many now, because no crowd. Mammy Coastal, so yeah, see. I pump the coastal on credit, and a woman be organizing no gem, says I say. Almost school back, and be a quiet, near meeting crowd, and Cybersa. And Tim Gillis, I mean, the bottom of the pacifier. And see now, no, if he said so, your man so the ice training, because the Northern conform bay in Asia, and you probably in a bay in Asia. Me, men, find good or the menu so a pass. Say, but may do me be. By say we find this back in the party in term your party is grassroots now, more young Kualana, no more my moon to be doing what now say not acquire so. I mean, the woman were free a party number, but a name call. I saw confirm woman party at least. Yeah, children, yeah, children. So I'm a commercial and by say on Yamin common from Eddie. At least 77 years because don't say, me can't name say the crew on Chester because say. Jerry and the they are together. Yeah, very close. And Papa no quiet them say bed in past Papa between say loan for so long.
and I mean, first 7 years, yeah, also, or the quinty. I mean, for the crime, say, you not spirit say, well, you're saying reincarnation or one man.
On some rock,
sa.
I know, mention about
the buyer, Mamma is here, and I so.
Happy 90.9 FM. Power da Benjamin Dina was so egusu a utie no sima baako be yan otwe na aka na nunum abo yenhyen komona se emfam free IGP nsensem em se mama background no amanfo nsenka a wo eka ede afa ho no dodo no ano adwene ye omo se de aban no aye no ensem fata esan se wono atentasuo ede atofo masan de ne takere ma afa ebinum se da bi se sia no wohwe Intel amanfo anya ene wontwu a ekoso e wo police mpanyimfo no ebinumu entemo a se yeyi obi amana ba begina ahwa na obi asabotage obi ntide mampanyini aye no is to quench that fire no ananka ebeba no mano adena ni ajiza intelligence who's intelligence bro because the eba no mama nyu adwenche on this one
before ameba yera IGP issue no so no pese me ka asem na eboa Ghana as a nation wonim say most of the time no yitimi twan ma obi ekone nkra answer yes ye betro bibia ama no for me I think say was say ye fi ho na eba mpempenso bi enipa chronetia simple say book bia na ya try about no na say ye be encourage ye mpenifo politicians, musicians, legends both in politics, both in music, both in you kind of saying even in movie, like Uncle Forma having impact in every sector of the economy. No, Omon try na say Omon strong woman being found to send ye a chima eba beka. When say it is more good, and I say woman ever hot more credible. Say time I try no na enipa krono ewo ho.
Yeah,
and I say enipa krono nkasa ene try ya. It makes it more credible than say some years later, no, obi better about these people. It's me penny for or more Ghana here in any sector of the economy, education, energy, entertainment, politics. I just want to appeal to them now on Monye Bibisa.
Yeah.
And then also, or more the movie industry.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, sir, the movie about like love, about this thing, is very good.
Yeah.
But we should also try to act movies
putting some of these heroes and heroines into character.
Yes. And if a movie says the movie industry if a movie about your mommy, baby Omosha free on Jerry John Rollins, or ya show Omo Accra, Accra, you can say Achimota Days. Kwa eba June for revolution, no? Eba kwa kosi obeda name president in the year 1992. Sa to the extent now obe wie yene the time obes like after the presidency, no. Na ebe nkrofo enhu. Near cost and also the same thing sector by sector. Obi to say around Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and we shouldn't always be say foreigners for no and every time be
come and chronicle
whatever has happened. When our movie industry shift to that particular angle, no, me would GDA pass a kind of saying, industry no arise again.
I think that it should be it should be a collaboration between the universities and especially the history departments of the respective universities. It should be one of their core projects. They will have to liaise with the movie industry.
Mm-hmm.
They will have to liaise with their publishers, and they will have to liaise with government. Yeah. Government should be interested in say de one more abesumo mine akwanya hodo so honsem ye kruchi near de guho. Government should be interested in archiving those stuff. Or the big guho dan de nyina no. You bit me nya bi akonia kwako kenkai because it will teach us a better year obi person ya amanyosem I think say onya a catalog of such literature obetimi akenkan nyina absorb a near maybe obetimi ehunu baby a ye free baby a mpanyimfo no de koduru ye ene ne a wo se yetumi yo ansa na yetumi akoye nim. And it's a good call.
Yeah, so I believe sir we should take a look at it na ebeboa your history and also beboa both your kind of your history and then the movie industry. About the IGP issue no na wo ka say somewhere around April Mampeni e de krata bi ba bonten be ka che say omo tenure of office omo attaining the age of 60 no ye ma will be a contract extension meboa safer but other na ye one say Mampeni ama yohonu extension maybe I don't know.
No, I'm not saying I'm surprised.
You are not surprised.
I'm not saying I'm surprised.
Okay. But everyone was saying Ghana for ni bi so ka say na Mampeni or say on my extension or my extension. We are Ghana ni me man ni one. O kan Yera John Dramani Mahama ni book My First Coup d'Etat. Wa indicate to say you indecisive. Or see decision bia or be ye bia is plagued on doubt. And to bet me aka bibi and the next moment no and some can he could do contrary to asama waka. And to me the Mampeni Yera John Dramani Mahama memfa na asem onyasem. Because obetimi ashebo edne the next minute obey the opposite of it. Okay, Galamsey issue. Okay, Bosho share during Galamsey. Eden why is here?
Bosho no share.
Oh, Sefa. You're a John Dramani Mahama catches or the AI be fighting Galamsey. You're a John Mahama catches or be arrested campings, then your small boys no and the girls meboa. Or catches or be repealing LI 2462 meboa. What Yama way now why? Oh, yeah. Ain't he optimistic and do contrary to that? And your small boys and girls here now or Oguso Echechomi. Won't see a chicken ping beer. There be. So for me, the issue of the IGP, the answer that Nyame one bizarre because Mampeni is indecisive. Let Tankrofa be Mampeni somewhere April. And then he has gone contrary to Asamok. Mampeni is indecisive. Oka Samon diso 24-hour economy. However, Sefa 24-hour economy.
But there is a secretariat that is implementing a 24-hour economy.
When who say so, who be a secretariat? That's how the education like who be kiosk amobi and normal and that's no. But the impact of the policy 24-hour economy. Won't say you baby anywhere. I omuka say agenda 1. I can say agenda 133 meboa. Juma, there be
agenda 3
133 one job 3 shift 3 people into agenda 133 atonsium osebo ntimi ndi bose ne so nansen ya ayarega honorable ayarega eka che say expect say omu di sike bi be aban be ti futuo bi e di ahye 24-hour economy minimum a ene ente saa enya saa na policy ne tie endi nenu endi nansa ne yesi the 110 million e di akose e di akwakoshi minister read the budget or say 110 million but when you read the budget it is 90 million 90 million or allocated to 24-hour economy but all kind of say 110 million. By the end of the day, we won't see anything on the grounds. The man is not a man of principle or contradicting him all the time. Now, IGP, a dear Bena, why ya, I was say a twan so. And I can say, I was say, very careful because I did who can set you on the page me, but you say, a criminal case, police vote me, bet you. Internal IGP people yan kan ho asem.
O kaseti IGP.
O kaseti IGP.
O kaseti IGP ni.
Me se o kaseti bibia enya ne date mi maye becho.
Ana mi bisa se.
Me kan say sida. Enti me si asam be kan kra
IGP.
Obi akasa ma ya ba beche no. Enti me si asem an be kempo me hu topic na me si ye me bon pa asem an be ke ma beche me. Me be ka IGP asem. Ba asem ne se e wo ho enti e wo se ye kan. Sefa, there na GPI or say about the contract extension. The level of insecurity in this country. There na wire ports here. I was here man. You can say contract extension. And then people are being prosecuted. Civil cases are being prosecuted as criminal cases in this country. Okaseti obi a. Sefa, me a menya lawyer mpo. Minim se okaseti obi a. Defamation. Meboa. I was a civil case and then o cassette obi nipa kwani timi ma ye be chill. Police etimi chi nipa for defamation, which is very sad in this country. Na mampeni say nipe you can say this kind of IGP mama ne contract extension. Look at the way people are being killed in this country. Look at the insecurity in Boko, Binyiri, and the Ghanaians according refugees. Cote d'Ivoire. Is it Cote d'Ivoire or Africa? Say Cote d'Ivoire, me boy. Ghana for Abedani, your friends refugees. Cote d'Ivoire. And you still think that this person deserves a contract extension? Hey, say fire home. Is it because Adia all your entertaining NDC and I said the say and yet me bo fie ebe chill as a criminal? Yes, come and assist investigation. Come and assist investigation. You invite you to be investigation. Who do I see a chill? In my view, who should the level of insecurity in this country? Na me expect to say John Dramani Mahama. Oh, my mercy be brave. Dear me can say Binyiri. Insecurity away. Meba. But insecurity away. Na say ya aswase.
Boko I dey. Boko insecurity no. Did Boko insecurity start under the IGP?
NDC for catch say NDC wa be mo. You can't say Boko is peaceful.
So I'm asking a question. No. That's don't deflect.
I'm not deflecting.
Don't deflect the question.
I'm not deflecting.
Say,
yes.
Did the Boko insecurity situation begin under the current IGP?
Were we told that under John Dramani?
You are not answering the question.
I'm answering your question.
You are not.
Oh, I am.
Question on me, Busa.
I am.
Question on me, Busa.
When I appointed to you.
Question on me, Busa.
No. When I appointed to you.
Mano.
Oh, Sefa. Me too.
The question that I asked you.
Yes.
A simple yes or no.
No, it's not a simple yes or no.
I asked, I'm repeating. Did the level, did the insecurity in Boko or at Boko begin under Christian Tete Yohunu?
Were we told that under ND? Oh,
no. I'm not answering the question.
You are not
answering the question.
Asama maybe answer.
No, I don't need any premise.
No.
The premise that you're giving is that this is your premise. Your premise is say there is insecurity in Boko.
Not only in Boko.
I am citing Boko because
no, you don't have to pick one.
Case.
Because
you say insecurity.
Funny uncle.
There be Boko nkwana.
Na ma bebre na so be jina Boko so. Me Boko. Ebo aswase. Now say ya shoot ya can say immigration officer mesmo wa
aswase
yankobo ya can say go be to aswase oh I was it mampusi or can say kusasi ya na so and your mercy see
listen to question
can't I do that? It's a level of insecurity.
What are you talking about?
And your insecurity. Who is responsible to make sure say your security in the country?
There's nothing.
Is it not a security issue?
There's nothing like insecurity in this country.
Is it not a security issue? Yera John Dramani Mahama Kaseɛbɔ and I'm the baby you ano. Yera John Dramani Mahama say anytime my NDC beba bemubia Boko is peaceful.
It will be peaceful.
Oh, ameba Angela Wumaba. Yera John Mahama say anytime NDC is in power, Boko is peaceful. Therefore, John Mahama buy no. Opese sa mo kan na be muntu no de security this year your friends your onunsa IGP your onunsa to make sure say asemo kan no kura abem. Na se John Mahama de security asha wonsa amaya ti ase say NDC wa abem a Boko is peaceful. Na se under John Mahama Boko is not peaceful. One you blame no. Any word security asha wonsa no na you say blame you. Any one na say you blame you.
You couldn't go for Boko is here.
So for me, Obu Samia, he did the extension no not undeserved. Now I was saying a drew ya, I think I drew 27th of December. Now I drew ya nanka ya pamono. No before fraba. Sebi. Mwana muka chile say your unemployment say okro ni mu bebre nkrofo hia adwuma nkrofo person mo ye IGP nipa ba kwa je IGP esi ni nen so onu so ohun so wa je IGP de esi nen so onu so ohun so mampeni also pam no mampeni si o heye I like your incompetence because your incompetence to me looks competence I said to us so for another 2 years and I won't be surprised say no so sign or the 2 years I can be no say the 1 year say they are kind of what's it there on fan kan ho obo adwuma fine wo hu asem America no no uncle bo say Yera Peter the first name near Peter Meboa
Christian
tete yo no ɔse ɔbɔ adwuma gwei yɛ adwuma gwei ɛyɛ adwuma ba sɛ nea sefa yɛwura John Mahama ma yɛate aseɛ so ɔyɛ indecisive and then enti asɛm ɔbɛkɛ bia Ghanafoɔ me ka kyerɛ mo bɔhyɛ ɔhyɛɛyɛ nsɛm ɔkaeɛ ma mo mfa mo ani nto so ma mo ngye ndi because even the appointment impo of IGP ɔka sɛ ɔma extension wokae sɛ ɔka sɛ ɔbɛma mmaa 30% position when abem say okay I want unim so onye it
was prescribed by a
constitution affirmative action
of course
and osa fair me in his manifesto besi and onye and this person extends the contract of Yera Christian Yonua. For me, should I be surprised? I won't be surprised because for me always I'm expecting disappointment from Yera John Dramani Mahama. So this kind of disappointment doesn't move me. John Mahama is the same yesterday, today, and will be the same forever. The indecisive John Mahama is the same yesterday, today, and forever.
No, I mean, I say happy 98.9 FM. No, so good watching. Pa ho da bedwuma die. Mame enkai wo say what we SHS na wo pe adwuma yo obetimi aye security personnel la mesra wa adwuma ko bi e de aba bedan happy 98.9 FM say wo mo epe won mo betimi awen ede amomo wo mabo omu adwapade ahodo no ho ban de amomo meti misre wa bomodin afa wo application letter na fa wo CV fa kan fa bra the front desk of happy 98.9 FM your asylum down udi odru asylum down round about no and as odru circle kra na obusa asylum down here e be kire ene odru ya na obusa he for happy 98.9 FM wo akoda kra be son sa edwaba ubowra happy if you emu a bomodin abusa bia front desk ewo obusa bia front desk ewo a no akwa kuja o application letter no including your CV na ode ato na adwumako no baba be fa se wo se fata se wo se won ebitimi ni wadi dwuma obeton sa afrew na emum nkyeremu bia wo hia bia no telephone number simiensa e wo ha betimi afa na wafre na wone mpanyimfo edi enkomo edi afa sa akonya ihu 0202 222 068 0202 222 068 and now say 0244 412 089 0244 412 089 we e numbers mi no abetimi afre na onem panyimfo edi enkomo edi afasa akwanya ihu mamenka ho se nyame pa ochena 29th of November 2025 the Lakeside Sports Complex edi dwumade bi eba ya to din eye Marina Family Fun Ride into we no oni abusua no ene ye kwa akohia mu na yatwi eye cycle yetwi cycle ne ye treat ne yempom na ye agi ani na ye nya anyonkofo foforo empanyimfo no eye kwansini baako aduonu eye 20 kilometer challenge ena empanyimfo no ebeko sanso ena mofra no ebeye 0.5 kilometers mitre 500 meters fun ride timisre wa se wani ji ho a ene ntwentwen so kura bomodiana bowra Silver Star eye Towers ene day ya bomodiana bowra ho ana betimi akọ Lakeside Marina Park nakoko secure your sport ankrankre wo panyini obetua 100 Ghana cedis se moya busua na mo mumiensa eye sika 250 Ghana cedis misre bomodiana frezuta e wono maiso na enchiremu bia ohia bia no wonfa ma 0208 565 397 0208 565 397 eno no ma betimi afrezuta woso na wahwe kwan abefa so betimi edon ho akọ dwumadi mu uncle bo mi nti we
Yosefa medasi Ziva was president Fine. If you ask me, I want to say, I don't want to use that word. Every situation be I know. I was sending over Fanafa.
Yeah.
Maybe yesterday, President Carr said, I won't extend a contract of any appointee. And Brad be anywhere, it's say, and they say, we're extending, or no, it's okay. I want to be as and maybe be a serious or see. I don't see any wrong. I the bonny be away because we are and the situation yesterday was different, and the situation today is different. And so if it's okay, my car some rad. If it's okay, ne. If it's as I'm kind, looking at the situation at the moment, I should change my decision. I don't see that there's anything wrong with it. Besides, police council. And no more advise the president on whether somebody's appointment should be extended or not. President on police on commander in chief
of the Ghana Armed Forces.
Inti one more to me say Yebubu IGP. I don't have now so uncle.
Why Christian?
Number one, Honorable Mohammed Muntaka. Minister for Interior,
yeah.
Dominic
by Police Council, Nana.
Yes. Dominic Ayeni, Chief Justice, Attorney General, Kisente Yohonangasa, Inspector General of Police. Daniel Osunyampo.
My microphone and go for me.
Daniel Osunyampo, Esquire. COP retired, Nathan Kofi Boachi. This COP leader, Yako Donko. And Lolo Esquire, Rosebue Atinga, and Benson Atungo Baba. These are the people that Omo police council members are Omo advise the president what to do. So Omo Baba until Omo see. In your message in the country, President will extend the contract of IGPR. President then obey because you don't have that expertise. Yes. Omo no more system omo nim senior system niti na mi mo dey so because tete yo no feri and ho be am sire we feri to ayde and dem no kasi and dem no kasi yem no kasi and na chi say even ade be ansi wo my video na my social media acha not even a day the person will be arrested. Do you see those things?
This is nothing new.
What is nothing new?
This is nothing new.
Mutami.
This is nothing.
And some base my for quite this time, so shall be the Santi. I give you one day. I give you one day. I have a chance. Nipana Cotimanda. A see ya pa. May have funny pardon. Nine will be boon area. Do you how many days? And that 3 days, video be bab on this boys be you who will meet by. I didn't think I at home. Proactiveness. Proactiveness.
What is proactive about this?
Yes, because Enti nipa boss edma wo ya now we stability I won sisi now see yenko yin because sawoka se Ghana insecurity wa me ngba bia wo boku issue hoda than even these days I don't even hear of boku issue too much won tiri bebe be ni dey na see here fight me na see existed there I didn't say fighting over there no but say 7 fans baby I didn't to see before it's not even up to 1 week do 1 week people I'm going to be already back because as I'm talking to there's no insecurity anywhere in this country.
Hey.
Yes, even be war. Maybe be war. Put the Ghana and what they inquire no go to question to me go. Activity because tell me even though maybe Ghana yes see into quite question to our and where you declare what tones go phone call maybe be go.
But there is no way so because we can say you declare a horse and move beyond.
No, baby, you declare to cause will be a for good. Say Ghana, I have grown.
Maybe I declare you two or cry a man time I moving it. No one should go. Maybe I'm just giving you
a limit. Yes. It even limits where you can even go.
But it doesn't ban or bar you from moving.
But the point is that
so that's what I
the point is that even this bonus said yeah the curfew what and look at the proactiveness of police service because you cannot predict I didn't basically baby Yeti happy FMC at Ntokwesi or ha. I give you by them with an Ntokabesi. This is Ntokwesi and my take preventive measures. So what are you talking about? Usi Yabo Bito as a wasi. Now I give you don't say I walk over to our room. In Tesoma police for Google. And to go to see because to go see. Sent to go see and Mfan sent to go a boy to us and then to go across Sabe 4 months here. Yet means that's why you blame IGP. Forget about what I are when you say insecurity into young IGP. I'm saying that you say I want to question to a baby. Some fancy your babem 9 months. Ebi a 10 months, ebi and to go be a see. As a was says, Jemusa, IGP. That is why you say so I am competent. That's not be here. And nice be a ramen in the say we'll see. Now we'll see. We, my president, I say, IGP task force now. We do some programs side. You know, only the difference between the registered miners and then illegal miners.
That's what the president said.
Yes, I don't Papa, you're incompetent. I mean, how can you say that? Because and then you must as well declare Mahama so incompetent.
No, Bahama, the one that can say you're competent. One I can't say Mahama you're competent.
One I can't say Mahama you're competent.
What say I say I can't say Mahama you're competent. And I say one I can't say Mahama you're competent.
Ubeda make Mahama so you're competent.
They say Bibi Mahama.
I'm saying that because I did you know. Wasima kwala so mkoye adwuma na adwuma na nkofo no koye no anya adwuma papa na president no me fa no say me mama odo we foreman na me de adwuma so koye adwuma bi man mo
me tu de be man na onim so onye
ena me wo so aso so Messi for mo nko na mkoye adwuma
okay
se ni pro ko to da na da ne bu a
yes
men ka se wo a wo so na wa madam because who ni wo na ye adwuma no ni para woman adwuma nko na wanye ni
I mean you want share and fan crop for papa
saying
that's what you are trying to say who can say police for no mukọ no muni mu adwuma
so in this case
that shows that IGP is incompetent.
But how do you blame the IGP?
You are supervising.
It wasn't the IGP who gave them the job.
Honestly, police. Thank you. Okay, it's you.
The instruction is not directly coming from the
IGP. From the president.
The instruction is not coming directly from the IGP.
It was from the president.
No.
Okay, it's you.
President of Forward.
Okay.
Your Lands and Natural Resources Minister.
Okay.
The Lands and Natural Resources Minister. What is really going on.
Okay.
Or no? And they did try to mean
okay.
So if you realize all of the conversations around CFA police for Enko and Miyahodo illegal small scale mining, it was a collaboration between the Interior and the Lands and Natural Resources Ministry.
Okay.
What you say?
So
what you say?
And if you have
so Interior Ministry, no. Okay, is legally Interior Minister and sorry, police for Koye. Interior Minister and the police for Enko.
But the Interior Minister must agree
with the IGP
to the proposal, because you remember I said the IGP works under the Interior Ministry.
Thank you very much. IGP and the farm men and the instructing men call him.
Of course, IGP will agree. Okay. There are commanders that
particular task force, it wasn't not from Quaneco. So why do you blame them? Why do you blame them?
Yeah, well, a year and Penufa that are in charge of a lot of things at police for a year.
Okay.
IGP superintend over near Omuyenu Enyina.
Okay.
And so there could be a communique from the Interior Ministry.
Okay.
Say this is what we want.
Yes.
Then I will relay the information to the appropriate quarters.
Okay.
I cannot go and handpick a manual.
Okay.
The agencies, those that are in charge of a deployment in the account, they are the people that will do the.
Now let's take this. Or say, it's my turn.
Because why do when the president can say IGP task force draw? President can say every task force be a war galamsey site be am free umbra. That's the communicate. When the police go on all. Police go with the army. They go with the When the catch you,
it was the IGP's task force.
Police.
Forget
about it.
It was the IGP's
task
task
force.
force.
Confirm no ko science no IGP task force.
A
combination of people.
I said last year baha. Ahaya. And now one kasa uka say IGP task force. Remember uncle akadama me.
Asama
me kan no. It's not even about that. No police
uncle police alone because BBC say see ape. Na police for about me boy. That's what he said. At one angle, who see him praising because BBC and the police but when it comes to the other angle that they failed, they want to there be my IGP.
The task force on call site and your police from Gua, police for the go collaboration with the army, with environmental protection agency for with mining finding for a team normal go. Into why do you single out IGP say on go for and then the president order was not that IGP task force a man for the title to IGP task force. There was nothing like IGP task force. A team normal call site. A operation police can soldier folk can environmental folk mining way for that. A team normally call. And now Omubaka me I can't say. Me I can't say. The president cannot come out to say the only suitable words and the president between say they can't differentiate between the illegal miners and miners. But actual reason why I'm supposed to go for site was not because of this. But I'm saying, like I said, sir, IGP a president cannot come out to say so. I'm sorry, penny. Won't you go for no course site what I say. So he has to use a suitable words and it's okay. Because even about for quite because as some yami crack say yamin as you just America and say a Juman go for your cast or no more yet. And I'm a president every draw go for but what's the name? But I'm out for interpretation and no more years so president say go for no qua and I ought to say president table talk I say IGP task force no or illegal. Did you hear that?
But if even they do not know one illegal and I say why and illegal, I think that to a larger extent the police is not the one that is in charge of identifying who is doing legal or illegal mining. Because the licenses are not issued by them.
Police.
The licenses are issued by the Minerals Commission.
I am saying president never said that. They didn't say this.
The president made an allusion. Say, one more are unable to differentiate between the oil legal and illegal mining.
He didn't mention IGP's name.
There was no mention of
IGP's
Inspector General of Police in the task force.
So can I come in?
Pacho, say that is well understood. That's a verifiable fact.
Okay.
That is the fact. President never mentioned
IGP's. say, Omo initially were police and army officers and stuff, right? And I feel the police for film.
You police for being film. Oh. President is a statement all day. Task force should be redone.
Naimos. Maybe Naimos is a police worker.
Naimos is I'm just
asking a question. Police
maybe purely military.
But initially, now police worker first one.
Yeah.
And I feel police for the film. And I can military for them. I didn't police for a film.
I didn't see police for.
I then a police for no pay any film. And a military nuances here.
What are
if the Uncle Bonnet SCN say the first group of people, no a police, no a military, any other officers. And now with that, or seen Uncle for Minerals Commission. Who's the Minerals Commission for?
So a team.
Thank you. And if that's the case, then the president wasn't telling us the truth.
That
sir, how can a team Minerals Commission for whom? Now see they can't differentiate between legal mining and illegal mining. Because that's what you said. Said now Minerals Commission for whom, not police for whom, not military for whom, And nkrofo we nyina eka ho. A Minerals Commission person was part of it, and they couldn't differentiate between legal miners and illegal miners. And bisa with this particular group of people, like police pay a free mono. Identify say legal miner, we illegal mining. Secondly, is it not police for no omunyo meduma ye ana. It's pen was here you move free man. If that's the case, the other police and no at the end of year on year ni police for no near juma ye. That's the question we need to ask ourselves.
Because you see where you are taking the matter to.
Yes.
So okay ubusa say edien na police penina or that police no.
Yes.
Yes. It wasn't a year or Christian tete yohunu who trained them.
Now they be training assembly edi
Hold on.
Training assembly edi be mu say here.
Because sanity nyanto was here.
Oh, they be say fa.
And now we are supposed to go you go and blame
nyanto was here. Nyanto was here.
There are standards. Tell me say today. You go and blame them. Masma me ke bia. I just mo cheme civil case ya bi. Dia mo de chiche nkrofo se sia no. Media person bia kasa civil case na mo de police fa show mo no. Se oba na mo de be cheme dia na fa.
Me ka won ti asu. So se oba na wa no be pa.
Ma no.
But you go and arrest MPP a communication director that but that's one oba no anu abepenti yen go tina na say.
What are you insinuating?
Because no, you are saying that because there is
a leader.
IGP and
police penny. Once a police for penny, no, yes, but say he knows those who are incompetent and those who are not. You can say those who are competent and those who are incompetent. Yes, you miss a once or the police then him on our intel about the performance of the police service.
Our intel about the performance of the police service.
Yes.
Only intel about the performance of each and every individual.
No.
Mano.
So I tell you the police, IGP, and him
we are talking
the competence of his men.
We are talking about a whole police service.
Yes.
We are talking about a force. I mean, about 40-something thousand police officers.
Yes.
There were different grades and categories of your police service.
Yes.
Are you telling me, sir?
Yes.
Per Ejuma Yediama IGP, no?
Yes.
He should be able to know
every
single individual's capacity and capability.
You're reporting,
man.
You
are not getting. You are not getting the drift. You are not getting the drift.
Why not? Because I just use you as an example.
You are not getting the drift.
I just use you as an example.
You are not getting the drift.
But you go and arrest the MPP communication.
You are not. The drift is that. The drift is that.
I'm just using it as an example.
The director knows the competence of his men. The director knows the competence of his men. Therefore, say or deploy will say koha. Onim my director Duke, I mean knows my competence. Onim communicators or deploy mono. He knows their competence. And he say uko nas onim say what their uko hanu ko pa unko kasa ma enim. What the facts and evidence that what the kasa unless you are not being deployed by Duke. He knows the competence of his men. And he say if my communication director knows the competence of his men and the whole IGP, and him the competence of the men, they are Ghana yet a time.
How many men are under Duke?
And no fahun. Obia.
But how do you say that?
The IGP. One say the IGP or commanders.
How do you say that?
Who say IGP no commanders?
Yes.
And then the commanders know yachiche went to who obia one the men. And they report to the IGP.
But you are not getting the drift too. What I'm saying is
the law is the law.
Even the regional commander knows a certain number, has some level of information about the entire performance of the police force within that particular police region. But that particular regional commander will not be able to individually say, unless you go to the police post and the divisional levels. For that, they will be able to tell you, say, Sifa Dangwa is good at this. Uncle Lebo is good at that. This is good at that. When they are presenting their report
enya afi no ba beka individual bia de because regional level no regional level
president never mentioned IGP's name in that particular thing.
Men no mo call a tax force me boy. And one case one my say tax force no na police na military minerals commission what's about another group of people bi and I said nkrofo we no president my say no mun to be differentiate between legal miners and illegal miners but now president any po yi free mu pe a police for and pen we ye mo free me boy.
So your argument is
if what you are saying is that the president just can't say remove the police service from this whole operation, they are trying to tell me that the police service is not that capable, is not able to fight this menace.
Time now we say proper training for that particular purpose.
Yeah.
Police people were not trained to go and fight Galamsey. Not communicate by and say let's train people purely to go and fight Galamsey.
Military
it's not about other military. I'm saying that
military for the
now when the guy say military for
now why
I don't say civilians are the go
civilian be
9 months
akle civilian be who do 9 months
9 months
civilian be who do 9 months awu civilian be 9 months ewu dem civilian be 9 months ba
me say 9 months for kwa na home
ewu civilian be 9 months mu a civilian be na enyim de 9 months mu
adam me dey home ina
what say civilians for
so jeni be 9 months mu
emi ba 9 months a walk baby dey bia onya military fa
but
ewu civilian
na 9 months nipa na coordinator asem e go see wo we
sefa
asem e go see wo secure
9 months
soja for
9 months
soja for kwa
civilians for home
baby e go see wo we ifa the MP who ko ba asem e 9 months for kwa no soja for kwa no
9 months is soldiers for
from
when the guy said 9 months, do you know the meaning of 9 months?
9 months is what?
9
months I don't need to know the full meaning of 9 months. But a soldier for.
When the guy says soldier for, 9 months national anti-galam say bibi
a soldier for no moko.
No one says so anya soldier for kwa.
Hey, Uncle Boja and this is as our way on boy.
Let's move.
First of all, Amayata said the president also the Ghana Police Service are not competent enough to be part of the 9. That's what you just as American. You just don't impressionally creating it there. Police for no money you competent enough to be part of the whole scheme. Now you are telling us a president police for film, but now or the civilians for more account. Oh, what? How can you tell me this story? How can you tell me this story?
Yanton Komonoso. Happy 98.9 FM now. So 26 minutes to the top of the hour. 6 Maminka was in Unsiaba. Ye de happy Kaseɛbɔ. And you ran Unsia de no ye de bebro. Ma mentor de ba community na yen toa so enko yen komo a etoso no eso. We kai se dwumadi bi ebe koso pa. Dwumadi a ye kɔ akwakobo osi na ye yi Nyankopɔn aye na ya da nase na ye de nanumunyam de amano enye asem keto akra na ye de nanumunyam emano no na ye de mano de afa eye akwan ahodo a ede fefefe hihye papapa enya agro esiwani na ense okatre we edwumadi a December ena ebeba anase December ena ebeyo no this December Ghana gathers for one unforgettable experience. Worship, praise, unplugged. Honors and Fanfare 2025. From the 4th to the 7th of December 2025. Bia Bidi Median Pires Dome, Jowulu, Ewan Crancurium, 4 days of powerful worship, family fun, food, and the honoring of our gospel legends. Featuring Cindy Thompson, Diana Hobson, Kwesi Oteng, Joe Beecham, Joyce Blessing, Mary Gansa, Reverend Thomas Yawson, Mark Enimjirinchi, Nana Yao Asare, Mame Justine, and Buddha, and more. Mamenka event, no, Tutuano, Mame December 4th, stage play, Papa Kaseɛbɔ, better safe than sorry. Cast, I want more, one more ebejina ho, Eddie, yes, Edjumano,
Yeah, Ajeti Anang, Edinam, Atachi, Clemento Suarez, and others. Mamen Kyle, said Jumadi December 4th, 2025. Oh, Perez Dome. December 5th, and Opano, na farmers market. When I'm say December 5th, farmers day. The farmers market. Jumadi Nasie, na just say in Yania Hodwa, and as an Obaya Hodwa, Yakia for no Eyono. Oh, and the Baby Pimho, Ami Yanya be ato. Na numre December 5th na numre no gospel concert kesepa ma min enka o say December 7th so bibi ho family day out and fun fair as only abusuan nyina ye pie ne akwa ani kama pa December 7th the food bazaar and the grand finale of the worship praise unplugged and timisrewa bomodiana fa hobra be djumadi mu worship and praise unplugged no obetua 100 Ghana cedis stage play no 100 Ghana cedis misrewa we utua 200 Ghana cedis nije for 4 solid days. I'm telling you it's going to be kicking kama pa misrew bomodin na dialing *380 *60 hash obetua to ticket no Ziankle Bumpacho to be for sponsorship is a open so your vendor ojumadi nasia Mr. Bomodi and Africa phone home 0256 063 988 and 0256 063 989 and worship and praise unplugged honor worship family faith one more mass and jumadi Abraham Glyco Health Glyco Life Piva Fanam Industries Four Seasons Digital Printing and Perez Chapel Partners, Phoenix Insurance and Accra City Hotel, Media Partners, TV, GTV, GTV, UTV, 3 Music, TV, Adam TV, Praise TV, and YTV, and radio, OKFM, Peace FM, Neat FM, Adam FM, Asempa FM, YFM, and your number one radio station, Happy 98.9 FM. Worship, praise, unplugged. Worship, witness, worthy. Bomodian Kai, 4th to the 7th of December. Perez Dome. Energy Madina Abekoso. Now, Mammy Desano, Mammy Emra Uncle Boho, Mammy Fawin Chassi and Fanfriho.
Whatever, let me read something small about
NIMOS.
So, NIMOS, NAIMOS, stand for the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, a task force in Ghana established to combat illegal mining. It is centralized body that coordinates, monitor, and leads intelligence-led operation against illegal mining activities and their environmental destruction. NIMOS is a collaboration of various government agencies and is under the leadership of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and National Security Service Secretariat. Mission: to coordinate and lead the fight against illegal mining, enforce environmental laws, and take action against financiers. They are not see a mama can say or Betty Kimpins in
yeah.
A Juma and I must financiers and influential people behind the operations. And some now what can several times say President Mama Kaseɛbɔ or buy your own car. A Juma and I must why some Benny Bino. Now what's here? We said the wild who has a 9 months in the bush here. Yes, Jerry Prince Fakama. I get to your phone quantity. Look for a corrupty.
One watching penny for me, penny ben or Martino.
Okay, so let's go on. Operations. 9 months uses combination of kinetic, phosphor, okay, and then non-kinetic soft approaches. This include raiding illegal sites, arresting illegal miners, destroying equipment, also engage with communities and local leaders to sensitize them and gather intelligence. Collaboration, maybe collaboration, maybe. It's work with multiple government bodies, including Ghana Armed Forces, Ghana Police Service, National Investigation Bureau, and Ghana Immigration Service. So the police people are not out of NIMOS. They are still part. They are still part of NIMOS.
But the current team no more.
I am saying yes to the phone one or more.
The current team no more feminine. A military no more feminine.
Yes.
That is why in Tia Obekaya, the very day na I think that it was at the Jubilee House. Naimos gave an update.
Yes.
When Naimos gave the update, it was the military command now omo feminine. Omo onomo ba bejina simpiso. Edi nia omo eye jumedi omudie. As we speak now, previously, the police was part of the team.
Yes.
And the police was part of the team and no more fem. As we speak now, more fem. Because we know very well that Naimos is a far pocket from other agencies in the Kekau. But one more fem Siciano. According to information that is available to military.
I mean, the information from where?
No, Tio.
Why not see? Go for no more side to Romeo Suja phone. Who is saying this?
Collaboration is yes,
the military that is on the ground dealing with the ECOWAS.
Sefa collaboration is say.
9 months and I said Suja for army.
And 9 months works with the army. The army is on the ground.
Please, the 9 months is not army alone.
Oh,
it's combination of. That's not what we are saying.
Collaboration in here. Uncle, say I said me. Military officers and our grounds. They are in collaboration with police because Omochiwa, and also police.
Police, of course.
Omo relation with me immigration because if a tose I was say you free cronimo. Yeah, the Bama immigration no map.
The argument is that
collaboration.
Who argument that we say? Yes. President police for free. Namu.
Yes, the men down there. I'm not police members. Yes.
What you say? Those that were going to mining sites, almost the police in county. The police in county, but there is still a collaboration between one more firm, the military, and the police and the intelligence agencies. So the intelligence agencies will pick the information and so he said, Uncle Yahu a year in this forest.
So in this case, why would somebody say yeah, police for free? Because of your incompetence.
Because grounds one among Kaho. Initially,
in this case,
IGP
why would somebody say that? Because
IGP task force, not police for core grounds. That's what we are talking about. We are talking about the grounds.
IGP task force. If you
IGP task force.
Okay, task force now. Yet say first now police for demuting in mine. I know. I hope is that one is okay. And no police for core grounds. Yes. Grounds. But the core grounds. Maybe police for grounds.
The fact that
grounds. As a me here there. I would mean your friend then. We have a quarter
to 6. In Komoi. Pandai. I say he's tied into a final marking because a parliament and the Pandai and speaker. I'm a privileges committee as one to say any ora because of what he did in Abuja when Ghana's delegation was saying in. He was not part of the delegation. I was here sworn in into ECOWAS court. ECOWAS parliament, sorry. But Okoko Pimu Ewubi. Majority leader say Enimguasie Edima my Ghana Enim Rashibi Judgemanua ye wahano. Eno ye bako. Now speaker say Enyadi Akpandai seat no. Obetimi akase vacant sisia up until 1st of December 2025. Yanko Uncle.
So I feel like you know. Me na me tie o say chairman sabons. Nche chairman ode mai. Na ono pa kire say wo mo de no date ni de emfa. Ye parliament bit ma ba wi no mo de de e wo in section. But on NT office say because of that NT. Office because of that NT. Na emrana ye ka so fam free mu na enye adwuma ensese nko free mu ye man ye ka so free mu because na sa parliament ni na adwuma de ni ma wiye by on another discussion or some can say in the Mary ya to obey you inquire there. One quite so can old no near to obey you inquire because of not almost better than now. Almost any Mary in tea. A automatic self, but they want to cry me, I said no. Pen on one cat the outcome. Next, they say there can be a change. Because I see ya to obey your bed and wako. Because per one statement on mine, why I say, Ghana parents be bury, you know. Na equals the end a year, Juma. And say, to a baby you are now we MP Ghana there, you can still join because we are member. But what of your Antoa Ben you are? What you say? The constitution, Brother Antoa Ben, you cannot be part of ECOWAS. Not just there could be a change. And it's a parliament that can say I'm found could be a I don't see why I say, since I said Nami Wumada, na Omujume didn't marry in Semico. In fact, I just listened to what he was saying. I've not read the full my understanding. Say, fine, with the father woman, Yakacho Semenko. In so per se, exhaust your whatever you want to engage. The parliament said, man could be more. Would have found the same brand who won't quite out to me. What's the parliament about? And yet, in process of a few more. Emma parliament back as a corner, and that's all for one for open court now. Until me per se, me who's okay, say, could you prevent a copy village committee? I say, as I'm not born, I don't know. I think you better wide one. And that's what I want to know. You should bring that to the lessee. Because if you wouldn't copy village committee, you could book a cake. Next year, we say, I should be any more money there, then there was a sense. Until Ghana for per se, who say privilege committee that ye a final match, I say, why contempt of parliament? It's a case about no Sa 7 bona, then consequence no be facing. And in a person. Now we would because I have a very old story. So what I say. We are the government privilege committee, young outcome. You won't be BAC. Then pa na we ABC. Se babos pe the echo nature say a clear say we boom rasu. This you mate. You mate. So called next ABIM. Okay, into fans we boom rasu. What will be the consequences?
But Parliament a year as a train. I'm the Bema Obia Obi boom rasu. Of course.
I'm a munyadi. Say next time. Next time, Obi and Soren go ahead, send your mom. What I say? I mean, you cannot because the guy, I don't know. I said the guy is having some kind of powers. I mean, okay, MP, honorable member, honorable for your case. If I don't pronounce my power, but I say what the guy, I don't know. Okay, I'm still using the guy. I said, why are you too powerful? I don't know. Because I can't man go cross me. Mighty minority, man go cross me. Anyway, it's part of the game. I mean, my game is here there. What I say. And I call my opinions. Okay, separate and say, according to now we don't see stay near our three. First one, they are or year. Until no yet 7 days. After 7 days, no, obey me as I call another one. Up by any day after 7 days, no, member of parliament. Now, the name is about for the discussion say, vote in a car and now. Go for a seminar the court. And I pay crowd na message but some people to cry case. Nipa ni pid no the call no. The judge in right said no obeko matters are any part of the pleadings. But we say Lumasimi. So Lumasimi see. Go for idea no more per se. Ye declare say ada my no legitimate wife and I say you legitimate. And na yen find junction to a year so. And a court no. A rule say sign junction the enye
my microphone go from mama.
Enye juma. So Osama federal directive say. Osama federal directive say ebusa peni ko trans no yen hye. Na okoba fa so me you know munye. It wasn't part of the plea, but we know or the SAR directive link out. Lawyer, judge won't quite so directive as what to do.
Of course.
In every case.
Yes, of course.
Yes. And in tea or see my cat because now vote to the crown. The vote on 500 or 500 votes or so. The Canadian whole crown still be channel. That's the information I was getting from the MP's on press conference.
But on what chrimu?
But how can 42 branches ever for 500 votes? Omo branches in na omo police station na 152.
152.
And out of 41, say 42 dispute. Now mo say 41 vote here 500 vote. I mean how?
No, but Nyindam himself gave clarity to that.
No, but the press conference that DPP did.
But Nyindam himself, so I will take Nyindam's position because on a member of parliament currently for that particular constituency. And when he was speaking, I mean that the vote in the 41 polling stations now, as a polling centers now, all kind of, is above 8,000 and 9,000.
Yes.
And he said that is what is in contention.
Yes.
He says, Okanya, enumu krano, bet me nyimu be 80%. That is his claim. Ni claim, no. Menka say, oh, yeah, emphatic. But that is his claim. Yeah.
Ena, ade ba kodom saka ni say, pleading sanko from, nsem na omu kro on board, party say, even coalition kwa ya nye constituency ni. I believe that's the more reason why I judge the council vote. I've not gotten the details of the ruling, but because the brother just say constituency na ye to abeno, when I say declare, ye coalition ye declare.
Yeah.
And it's all move out of the constituency. Webumras say ye law results. What I say?
Wrap it up, man.
I believe that's the more reason why Inti omuye board on brand nko to abara dey beto what that was executive for how many days with the state of execution to supply outside say dey am brand better abara beto because me I believe say no court will overturn this ruling because clear say abara yanka e court am dey kan
yes
what is that clear
yes.
Into that alone violation of the CI 127.
Okay, Manuel was Uncle Manuel, I have the last bite. Sorry. Yemfa news and from Red for.
Sifa, Mesha say free.
Uncle Wu was also be candy.
Mokas a bit better. Aye. Mesha say free. Era, I think your market.
What's bank going propaganda out?
Usha, Era, I think your market the issue nearby. When you said this is not the first time issue BC about. In the year 2007, ABC's na Yera Suhum MP Opare answer. I think he was in the 2007. Yeah, I think 2007 thereabout. That was the case. By I think Yera Opare answer not a particular parliament. So the next parliament, and then look at Yera we so appear. I think it's 2007 or 2010. Yera, I think your market so the same issue. Now Europe and say what the earlier parliament, the other parliament, Into the next parliament, you know, Europe and your market can into that same issue by into ono crama Europe and your market. Every draw era operations because he was in the other parliament and other parliament also embedded. So I think the same principle is being applied here. Say he was in the previous parliament, and then even with that, he's the third deputy speaker. Emma the ECOWAS Parliament. Until you can't send a delegation to ECOWAS Parliament
without
Obi Oye the third deputy speaker. And he went there, he made his case. That was the reason why the Ghana delegation in. The same thing happened in that year also. And also I think it is 2009 also. And also Ghana's delegation. Until almost no one here corresponding from Accra before Ombeswe. So the same thing is not that. So for me, I believe I refer the issue to the Busamia. In my view, I think he's a leader of the house, and then he's part of the previous house about ECOWAS. He's the third deputy speaker. And in my view, Bibian is a nipa award that status. No, Obesade Nakona play the role in the ECOWAS Parliament. But you have issue with it. You have issue with it, and Omar you've referred it to the privileges committee. In the interest at the end of the day, at the bed, a BPA, a dear free. Now let me come to Yera Matthew Nyendam issue no constituency. It was so disturbing. Say you bet now will be deliberately say the whole process. At the end of the day, you see Pakwanem benefited from process on nankasa assign on. When you say it's a very bad precedent, see a beshe na atoa so a. Send your bay say, oh, ye to about we are, the obi bayan say, or she say, and no man in corner fan. No, of course, say bibia. Or we are no nankasa so their sako court. Now court, I say, buaman is a monsanko to a banny. That will be that's the precedent at the High Court judge, you know, as episode setting, which is very bad. In Pandai, ya to a baby, ya kind presidential we. Parliamentary yan can we ya na baba says and your man. Was it ya kind your idea, yan kind of constituency one year the Kobe before fra, and was here no leno. Have you forgotten say most of seats in the kind or regional office? Was it in the constituency? Regional office or constituency. Member, no. It makes it valid because they are still in parliament. Oh, I'm coming. When there are situations, no, member, situations someone created in the constituency, they were counting it peacefully. Because I'm coming. We are talking about law. No, we are talking about law because there is nowhere in the constitution. And now any act say incident be na say embwama ade na nkoswa yent me fam fi won fan ko a higher office. Nothing like that. So issue koswo provide the evidence, provide the act. Say bibi yankomaso anfa ko a different yanmaso de anko a different constituency.
There is a caveat because if you look at a year the course so in 2024 no.
Yes.
Oko a couple of constituencies no. The declaration was not even done
in the constituency, yes.
So what you say?
It doesn't make it a law.
It doesn't make, but they are in parliament. They are in parliament.
But we can
but we should also state say
yes.
And no nyembra.
Nyembra say nyembra. Okay. By your own same rebi su akwetiam rebi. What I'm saying is say you created the same issue now. You can't say ano. And this is what they pick up. And the uncrofor ba we can say collation center. Ebe say nyoma. Then the end of the that's the video when you NDC for the
but what in a wrap up mama na yes sorry.
Mo say nyoma at the end of the day, mo per say at the end we yemfa we ni samamo. Before they ne be my judgment no na NDC for the ruling nada. And at the NDC for the court was just 41 polling stations. Now they have a problem with 41 polling stations. A judge who is not biased, a judge who knows the law is the law, a judge who is not NDC affiliated, and because only the entire constituency result.
Because
how many constituencies do you send to court? How many polling stations did you send to court? What the 41 are called? Say I have a problem with 41 polling stations.
Out of 150.
Yes. Then at the end of the day, who judge say, and you're 41, no mean share. Or say, NDC affiliated judge. And yes, he's an NDC affiliated judge.
Do you have any evidence to that?
And just evidence
to that.
If
do you have any evidence?
I'm giving you evidence. I'm giving you
Let's
evidence.
say.
Even sir, about the same na you the 41 about say
one case I didn't court.
Most you got to need. And you 41 police station
the 41 a year police station.
Judges, what are you?
It's only take
they use the law.
There are what? When you say they do a withdraw case, when you say withdraw case, you know.
Case man.
Omuma day of judgment. He gave a day of judgment on a day or so to that particular day, no. Then they reviewed their case. Okay. And then the judge didn't give you can say what's set date for judgment. Obisi my withdraw. Now say please.
Mano, mama say yemfansia. Ebrana so. Mama na mano dark ones. Mama na owura ebukum sina say. No nsiambo ye fra me nyankompa sa chie dis ye kwa Josepha dankwa. Kaseɛbɔ ɛna aduru kɛtire akwasi yɛbo a ɛne abena sante wɔn de brɛ yɛn
Kaseɛbɔ no deɛ paa na wopɛ wo ho